Oh my God, we're never ready.
Oh my God, are we on?
We're on.
SATURDAY, right? Saturday night. Oh, make it right.
One of these days, if we're going to actually sing these songs, we should probably check the
Practice.
lyrics out beforehand. No, not even practice. Just know what the lyrics are beforehand.
We're going to do that. I did that once.
I don't know.
Hello, Philip. And you know what, OG? You don't get covered up. Philip says hello.
Woo! Well, that's because there's not three of us. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind.
Uncle Ron went to bed early. We had a nice chat on Uncle Ron's show.
We had a very good chat.
It was a good chat. Uncle Ron's like, we're going to talk about this, this, and this. I'm like, okay. And then it's like, oh, yeah. So hello, Tribes fan. Check out that wonderful channel. Check out Philip's wonderful channel. And then, of course, our good friend, T-Dub, What's Blazing in Sports, all things boxing. It's going to have all the big fights. You want to listen to a great audio call, you go to What's Blazing in Sports and T-Dub. Bobby Cantilano, I call her the alligator hunter. For God's sakes, Bobby, stay away from the gators. Her new thing is, I heard that Gator has taken out a restraining order against Bobby Cantilano for stalking him. It's like the Gator was like, listen. There's this crazy. I forgot how to get rid of these things. There we go. Okay, so there's this crazy lady following me. No, I am an alligator. I'm calling from the pond. You're the police. She's stalking me. She's taking pictures. I've seen them. So our good friend Bobby.
Not just pictures. They've been taking video.
Yeah, video too. And I'm not even a masseuse. Bob Kraft, where are you?
That's what I was about to say.
We also have our good friend Dave Little. Check out that wonderful channel and his Facebook group page, to which when I get unbanned from Facebook, they want you to use your real name. Okay, I sort of get that.
I'm telling you, just make up a last name that sounds like it's Red Sox fan. That's not a real last name. Their algorithm kind of picked that up.
Okay, I'm going to make – okay, I get what you're saying. What I'm saying is they're robbing everyone's information and selling it to the Martians, and no one seems to care.
We know that.
I think it's going to Area 51, personally.
Yeah, there's nothing that I keep
telling you. We going to storm it? We going to storm 51?
Okay, let's talk about storming Area 51. First of all, if we're going to go down there at the same time everybody else is supposed to, remember that the closest town is like 20 miles away from Area 51. And to get there, you have to fly into Vegas, and you have to drive down this 2-lane road.
I got an idea.
Through the desert.
You said something I like.
That's going to be, okay.
Vegas.
We'll stop at Vegas. We'll just stop at Vegas. Go no further.
That's it. We've solved the problem.
I'm there.
All right, we've done that.
So anyway, so you got to drive down this 2-lane highway, and that's going to deter a lot of people right there because it's going to be a freaking nightmare traffic jam from
cluster.
Of the nth degree. Then when you get there, the hotel has like 4 rooms, and they're already booked up. So
someone's pissing behind the shed. That's all I'm saying.
And a lot of people are going. Then you've got to walk through the desert for 13 miles.
Yeah.
Unless you want to drive down the road, which the military has got.
You could. Have you been through a desert on a horse with no name? It feels good to get out of the rain.
No, it's not. I like the rain. I live in Seattle, remember?
Oh, you're right, yeah.
I still say I would have named the horse, but that's just me.
Yeah, if your horse has no name, well, you're like, hey, horse. And the horse is like, my name is Fred.
Well, even if you call him Horse, then that's giving him the name Horse.
Exactly. So there's a flaw in that writing right there.
Well, you know what the reason was, why that flaw exists.
Why? Is that like the 420?
Lots of
Is that what they call that, 420 friendly or some crap like that?
Something like. Well, you got to remember that's Neil Young, and that was like the late 60s.
I like that song a lot, though.
Oh, it's not a bad song.
I don't care for Neil Young too much.
Yeah,
he's kind of yeah, we'll leave it at that. Yeah. I remember someone goes, "Are you 420 friendly?" I'm like, "What the hell does that mean?"
May 20th friendly.
What is this?
Or April 20th.
And they're like, friendly? You know what it means, right? I'm like, no, I don't.
I had to explain it to my mother.
420 is about when I'm looking at the clock going, oh God, 40 more minutes before I get the hell out of here. That's what I think that means. So someone's like, man. I'm like, no, man, I don't know. What is it? It's like smoking weed. I go, why don't you just say smoking weed then? I understand that. I don't do it, but I understand it. And if that's your thing, that's cool. But why not just say that? 420, man, in May, whatever.
Do it in code, man.
Yeah. They don't know, man. The narcs don't know. I'm pretty sure they know. I'm pretty sure. 420, man. I went to a Buffett concert. They know, believe me. You could smell that crap all over the place. I got secondary high, I think.
Contact high.
Yeah.
I did that at a Metallica concert once.
Oh, you saw Metallica?
2002.
Were they good?
Like that.
They seem.
It wasn't bad. I mean,
really?
I like Metallica.
I like Metallica.
And they had kind of a good stage show.
Yeah.
Best.
How long they play?
Oh, 90, 95 minutes.
Oh,
maybe.
That's not bad.
It was a respectable show.
Sure.
And they had this cool little thing at the end where the scaffoldings kind of supposedly fell over, and there was a guy climbing up it. It was all fake. So
the only album that I own, or whatever you call it, album, I guess, the S&M one with the San Francisco Orchestra, that is awesome.
Symphony and Metallica, yep.
And they start off with the good Ulysses or the Gold song, from The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. Absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I like Metallica.
So do I.
So, anyhow, yeah, that whole 420. I don't. Just let's not speak in code. That's like you're at work and they make did you run the RATJ? I went, what? Did you run the RATJ? You mean the Rat J? That's what I call it, Rat J. And they're like, yeah. Did you run it? Well, did it update? Yeah. Let's go through this again. I know you're above me and you're supposed to be smarter, and my pay grade is lower than you. So you asked me if I ran a report. Yes. The RATG, whatever the fuck it is, right? I call it Rat J. Yeah, I just swore. You swear too. Let's it's not a kumbaya moment. I'm just joking with you. You say horrible things more than I do, and you're my boss. So anyway. And then I asked you, did it post? And you said yes. Let's think this out now. Did I run it? It posted. Did I run it? That's what I'm asking you. Did you run it? Okay, let's try this again.
Let's step back and let's start
back just a little bit. Who's on first? Anyway. Yeah, all these reports can't we just call it the posting report? And can't we call the other report the report that never fucking works? Can we call that one? Why do we have all these initials? Let's just call a report a report. That's it. I'm sick of all this code crap. Did you run the PPA? What? What the fuck is the PPA?
There's a dozen different reports that have that acronym. Be more specific.
Oh, God. Only with numbers do people come up with this crap. They're like, we had a bad quarter. We all got paid, right? Yeah. No one got fired, right? Yeah.
Nobody ended up in jail.
No one ended up in jail, right? Yeah. We made more sales and paid our bills and we made a profit, right? Yeah. So how's it a bad quarter? Well, we sort of made up a number. I get it. That's called a bullshit budget. Yeah. We didn't hit it. Well, yeah, it's a made up number. You make up the number so the board gets happy. But they're not happy. Did they get paid? Yeah. Let's go through this again. Okay.
It's called creative accounting, Al. You should know this by now.
Oh, we do it all. That's funny. It's like,
no, yeah.
I can we need to make this go away. I can make it go away. I can make it go.
It's real easy.
Pick the story you don't like. I just whammy
like the consequences of it, but
I always joke like that. We don't do. I always joke like that. I think I'm like, this store manager, he's a DP, right? I'm like, I could just take this expense when like their bonuses come up and go, oopsie, put it over there, right? And they're like, I didn't make my full bonus. Oopsie. Oh, you should have done the stuff I asked you. I think about that, but I don't do it. Like, I work in the financial department for a company. And like when people come over, we got to drop everything and help them, right? But yet you call a store. Did you get the, they sent you $10,000 worth of grills. Did you get them? I don't know. You don't know if you got $10,000 worth of grills. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. So you're telling me you don't know you got $10,000 worth of grills. Yeah. Okay, let me check out a SKU. Now, a SKU is just a number that they give a product that when you go in the inventory system, you can go, listen, you got 4 5 5 3 2 1s in there. Are you sure you got 4 5 5 3 2 1s? And instead of saying, do you have 4 fucking grills, right? So, okay, so you go and you check the number, right? And you're sitting there going, I think you got them because your count's negative. No, I didn't get them. Okay, let's go through this again. How could you sell something if you didn't have it? I didn't sell it. Okay. You must have sold 3 because your count went negative. You can't have a negative. It's impossible unless there's a return. Well, I didn't get any returns. Okay. Can you go see if you got the $10,000 worth of grills? Because I'm guessing, and as I'm speaking, you just sold another one. I don't think so. Well, you went -4 now. So now we go through the rigmarole, right, of getting proof of delivery. Now, remember, I have spoken to the store manager. He says he didn't get them, even though I now have witnessed another one being sold. It always shocks me when I guess. I'm like, I wonder who's signed for this crap. Hey, I just got the proof of delivery. Yeah, we didn't get it. I beg to differ. What's your name? You know my name. Yes, I do. And guess where your name is? Is it on the proof of delivery? Yes. You signed for it on the 1st at 9:51 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh, those grills. Yeah, those grills, jackass. Welcome to my hell. Yeah, that's... Anyway.
You know what shrink is in retail, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I kind of figured you probably would. I used to work loss prevention.
Yeah.
And I worked loss prevention for several years, and I worked for a company that when I started working for them was already starting to circle the drain. It was a company from California that decided they were going to buy out a bunch of stores that were going out of business up here in Seattle, and they were going to move into Seattle. It didn't work real well. When I started working for the company, they had 17 stores. When the time I left the company, they were down to 9, and a year later, they had 1 left in the Pacific Northwest. Anyways, the store that I was working at was kind of the dumping ground of all the off-market stuff that the other stores couldn't sell. Exactly. So
the store you worked at did pretty good sales. They're trying to move it then.
No, we only did like $1,200 a day.
Oh,
but we were in a really big store that didn't have much merchandise, and it was just
could fit it.
We could fit it. We could fit it, right?
You need a place to put it. I got it.
But the problem is, literally, the store was 2 stories, and I swear to God, there was like 16 of us working in the entire store. Period. Not at any one time. Just that was how many employees, including the 3 managers. I mean, I was lucky working there one day if there was 1 register open on the top floor, 1 register open on the bottom floor, and maybe 2 people wandering the floors, stocking and all that other good stuff. So yeah, it was, I hated working there. Anyways, so since we didn't have the people, every time we'd get these crates and boxes of stuff, of merchandise from other stores, it would take us months until the associates were able to get to it. Well, we did a big inventory. And then all of a sudden our shrink is like 35%.
That's a problem.
I've never seen a shrink above, 6% in one of my stores. So we're trying to figure this out.
They probably didn't count it right.
Oh, no, they counted it right.
Oh, they stole it then.
No, it gets better than that. But a lot of the stores that were sending us stuff, their shrink numbers were going way down. So we get a ship.
We're just putting crap in your inventory without really sending it to you guys.
You're exactly right. I get this big old crate, and it's all high. It's all jeans. It's freaking.
They won't know.
North Face jacket. Well, and we didn't. I mean, because it would take the associate months to get around to finally going through. But they sent. We got one of these.
When you actually start to count the stuff, you're like, hey.
I get this big pallet in one day. And I say, screw it, I'm going to check this shit out. And there's supposed to be 45 pairs of Levi 501s in here.
Nah, this is the number.
Yeah, that was the actual number. So yeah, that I left the company not too long after that. By that point I realized there was no future for me in this company.
I worked for in an accounting, the finance department of a charter school. And I was like, yeah, it's a, you get summers off kind of thing, sort of, like you only had to go in for a half. Say, oh yeah, it's gonna be cool. I get there and I realize, God, I hate this place, right? So I'm there the first day, and the business manager, who I couldn't stand working for, was like, get those files on the substitutes. I'm like, okay, where are they? You know where they are. I'm like, no. This is my second day. Wow. I said, I do not know where they are. If you tell me, I'll get them for you. So, okay, that's how we started off. Blah, blah, blah. So I have to read all like the rules of the charter, what they can do, what they can't do, blah, blah, blah. So I do that. Long story short, the way it worked was you basically got money from the state, and then you got money from the charter to help pay for the expenses of the school. And it was basically, in my opinion, a really nice Ponzi scheme. Not like to the point where they're screwing people, but I realized how the charter school made their money, and it probably works this way for every charter school. Is basically you loan the money to the school and you charge them back for the loan. So we got the money in from the state. I'm like, thank God, because you try to survive from quarter to quarter when you get that money. So like the people who you bought the books from are like, we still haven't received payment. Really? I'm pretty sure that check's been cut. What's the invoice again? Now I'm looking at the 4 invoices they've sent, but I know I can't pay them, because if I pay them, how do I pay the teachers, right? It's called cash management, people. So I'm sitting there going, no, I don't have it. Is your name Al? Yeah. Didn't we talk to you last week and send you an invoice? Well, you did talk to me, but I haven't received it. We faxed it to you. I don't have it. Can you send that again? So we go through that rigmarole, right? So now I'm just happy I can start paying. We're going to make payroll, this and that, and that's our whole job. Make sure we make payroll, and then you pay the bills, which we do. It's just you hold them off until you get paid by the state. And the charter school does a nice job. I'm not knocking the charter school. I'm just saying this is the way this one worked. So all of a sudden we get this email going, yeah, my boss comes up. Did you read that email? I go, no. So then I just got here, but yes, I will read it now. So I read it. I go, and I start laughing. He goes, what are you laughing? I go, we don't have that money to give to them. How do they think we have $500,000? We just got paid from the state. What are they? He goes, well, obviously you didn't look at the financials. I go, yeah, I did look at the financials. Well, there's $500,000. Well, Mr. Bright Guy, show me in our bank account where we have an extra $500,000 that we can send them, because they had a right for extra money. It's in the thing, right? And he goes, well, we have it. No, we had the money from the state that just came in. That's not an extra $500,000. He goes, listen, there's last year's financials. I'm looking at it. Show me. So I pull out the financials. I'm looking at it. Show me. Right. He goes, well, the value of the building went up. I go, 1, that's not liquid. And I wanted to say jackass after that. I said, 2, the value of the building only went up $200,000. Long story really short, we send him the money. I refuse to send the money, right? I refuse. You have to understand, I got paid pretty well at this job, right? I refuse to send the money. It's end of the week. He's like, are you going to cut that check? No. He goes, I'm ordering you to cut that check. I go, we're not going to make payroll if we cut that check. I go, if we cut that check, the only way we make payroll is now we have to take a loan from them, to which they're going to charge us back. Don't you think that's like a bullshit scheme? Because that's the way it works. I'm not cutting them that check unless you put it in writing that you're ordering me to cut that check. You want it in writing? Yeah, send me an email. And you have to understand we're in the same office. And he sends me the email. I go, I will cut the check. And he goes, what's this? I go, this is my resignation. I given you 2 weeks and I left. It was the worst thing, because then I told the person who took over for me, who I could have easily worked. She was the business manager before, and they somehow put this jackass in charge. This guy, I could have easily worked for that woman who was smart, right? Okay. And a nice person on top of it. And I said, this is what's going to happen. You're not going to make payroll. You're going to have to get a loan from them. So you're going to have to do this. And she goes, yeah, you sure? I'm like, yeah. So then she called me because I was helping her with a few. She goes, you're right. That's right. I go, I know I'm right. There was no $500,000. So again, you get people. To me, it was the greatest Ponzi scheme ever, but it's legal. And I was like, I don't want to be part of this crap. It just was wrong. You cash manage so you can get to that point to get the money from the state, which is perfectly legal. Everything was perfectly legal. I'm just saying it's bullshit. Because that money from the state, those grants and all that stuff, that's how we paid our teachers and we paid all the other employees. You basically made it from each quarter to quarter. We don't make money. We're a school, you know. The funniest story there, I walked in, right? I'm like, who knocked the door off the hinges? Where the hell are our safes? We had 2 safes in the office. Someone broke in and stole our safes. And I'm like, and I just started laughing. I go, don't those dumbasses know every day I go and deposit the money? They broke in during a basketball game and dragged a safe. And the cops were like, we don't know where it is. Really? And they start like yelling at me. Where were you? I'm like, I was at home. I go, if I wanted to steal the money, and my boss like, don't say that. I'm like, I would just, when I take it to the bank, just not deposit it all. You want to look at the receipts? That's why they send me, because they trust me, because I put the money in the bank and I come back with the receipt that shows I put the money in the bank. I actually
got to ask those questions.
I know that. So, and I was being, they just like, they didn't find the amusement in that. So then like, well, we're going to find this safe. I go, well, I think I found it for you, because I had walked out. I just followed the drag marks. It's over there. Where were you last night? I was at home. Where were you? You know? And then one of the guy goes, are you related to so-and-so? I go, yeah. And I actually was with him. So he can vouch for me. He's all right. Like, yeah. Anyway, that was funny stuff that happens on a job. Besides farts in a meeting. Those are the best. Like everyone's in a meeting. They're like, blah, 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 blah. Someone, next thing you hear, and everyone's kind of giggles, and the tension just goes out of the room. A good fart in a meeting will take the tension right out of the room. Might water some eyes, but it takes the tension out of the room. When, that's all I'm saying.
That's all you're saying.
Shrink. That's what it all went down to. Shrink. George Costanza had shrink because he went into a cold pool.
He went into a cold pool.
That was classic. Doesn't she know about shrinkage? It turtled. Anyway. Tribes fan says, it's true. It's true. Yeah, it's just, you all have that boss or someone who just, and doesn't mean they're bad people. Sometimes you're like, really? Wow. We had a VP one time at one of the jobs I worked at. Was not the brightest woman on the face of the earth. So I used to go in early when I could, right? And so I walk in, like when you walk by something, you do the double take and you look, you go back and you look. So I walk by the shredder. There's scissors stuck in the shredder. I went, what dumbass did that? And so I said it quite loud because I'm laughing, right? And one of the IT guys was in early. He goes, Al. And he says the woman's name, right? He goes, that's a dumbass. I go, get the hell out of here. He goes, nope. She went next door to get the store manager because the corporate office is attached to one of our stores, right? And she went next door to get. I go, so she stuck the scissors in the shredder to try to unclog the shredder. He's like, yeah. Doesn't she know you just shut off the shredder? You unplug it to make sure you don't yourself, and you just like pull the paper thing out and you empty it and you sort of pull it and then you just plug it back in. You go up and down it sort of. We got to take a picture of this. He's like, I already did. That was a VP. Yeah. That was no sense of humor.
That's why I always wish we had, throat punch Thursdays at work.
You should have throat punch Thursdays.
They wouldn't let us get away with. Now when I was in the military, we couldn't get away with shit like that because you mess up too much or you piss someone off, and
there's accountability.
In the fan room where no one can hear you.
The screams are covered up. The screams. Scream all you want. As my headset goes, auto shutdown enabled. I got to press this thing before it goes nuts.
Did you save it? Did you do it in time? Uh-oh.
Not in time.
Well, I can hear you. You need a new headset, Al. That's all I got to say.
Can you hear me?
I heard you when you took your headset off.
Oh, this headset's like there's gremlins in it. The gremlins are like, let's talk to him. Let's shut him down. Let's do it. I'm like, why do you do that, gremlins? They're just pains in the asses.
Because it's in their nature. They get their coke from Gigio.
Gigio gets good shit, man. He is.
He gets it from the HR monkey. What do you expect?
Oh my God, the HR monkey is like, he's confiscating everything. He's no longer the HR monkey. He's joined the dark side with us.
He's management now?
Yeah, he's joined. He's cool. He's with it. He's hip. He's happening.
When did the HR monkey become with it? When he stopped working HR?
When Gigio took pictures of him in a compromising situation that he threatened to show his wife.
Gotcha. Okay.
Gigio's okay. Sometimes he gets rambunctious, but Gigio's actually looking out for us. Gigio the white die.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, he's all right. You got to humor him at times, Where are the hookers? Gigio, for God's sakes. I need more.
That's what I say.
Yeah. Anyhow. What else is going on, OG? What's going on the channel?
Same thing that's been going on for the last week. I'm still working.
I haven't seen anything on the channel in a while, OG.
There you go. I think it's been 2.5 months since I've done something. The module is getting. I'm right on the edge of having the playtest get done. All the scenarios are done. I've gone through all the counter mock-ups are done. So all I have to do is, arrange them on a PDF so people can print them out and they'll have all the extra counters they need to play test the scenarios. And then really the last big thing I need to do before I can start sending off the playtest kits is get the national and unit specific rules written up. And I mean, if I were to sit down, might take me, 3 or 4 hours to do. I just need to find the motivation to sit down for those 3 or 4 hours.
When you write the rules, you're just going to write them all out at once, or just do a little bit.
Well, the honest, hardworking part of me says, yes, I will sit down all at once. That's reality gets in, and it's like, I want to. Okay, what do I want to listen to on YouTube? Take 4 hours to find something on YouTube. Okay, we'll listen to that. Work for about 15 minutes, and I got to find something new on YouTube. Oh, something popped up on Facebook. Oh, something's happening in Discord. Yeah, so it's reality versus expectation.
No, I know. I do the same thing. It's like,
we all do.
We all do that.
So I want to get back to recording something. I just don't know.
Wrestling. Women's Wrestling League with the Dominatrix.
You just want to see what happens with the Dominatrix.
I want her to win the championship.
Not that I can fault you for that. I don't know.
I want her to win the championship.
This wonderful gal, she's a pretty good wrestler.
I don't like her. I like the Dominatrix.
I know you like the Dominatrix. So.
Speaking about stalking things, once again,
I thought you were going to say, speaking of dominatrixes.
Well, no. Bobby Cantilano is an alligator stalker.
She is.
And she's put up some fun videos. Let's put that back up there. She's put up some fun videos. So, I get the beep and I go to check. Oh, Bobby's put up something. So I'm thinking she's taking like a walk and she's going to talk about her
arts and crafts or something.
Arts and crafts. So I get that. And I'm like, look, and I do the double take. I'm like, that's not an effing frog. That's a freaking alligator. And you can see the alligator he wasn't a big one, but he was big enough. And we're going to touch a story about another alligator in Ohio. Yes, I said Ohio. Some idiot let an alligator loose in Ohio, and we'll talk about that in a moment. But so like Bobby, like I'm sitting there going. So I send her a message. I go, yeah, don't do that. You seem pretty close. An alligator can move actually pretty fast. And they're ambush predators. And she's like, yeah, I got close. I'm like, yeah, don't do that. But come to find out, again, if you're just joining us, the alligator has filed for a cease and desist and also a stop stalking me permit because it's like she's filming me. She's there. She's like, those eyes are always watching me. I pop out of the water, and there she is. I go down, and I pop back out. She's still there. I'm afraid of her. Yeah. So, yeah, Bobby stalks alligators in Florida. It's unbelievable. God bless you, Bobby. I would not have come there is no way I wouldn't even have got that close. I would have went like, you go poke it with a stick. No, go in the water. It's safe, jackass. Yeah, it's an alligator. It's not a frog. It's not a turtle.
I know. I've seen the videos.
It's an alligator. What did I put in my hair? Well, have you ever seen something about Barry?
Formula.
Boom, boom. That's a funny question. Movie. I don't know if it's really a question. But Bobby says that's where the sidewalk is. Well,
and that's the problem with
Florida. The problem.
Yeah.
And so there's some like the engineer's going, listen, I really hate fucking people. I hate people. And I'm a people person. So we're gonna put the sidewalks
right next
Let's
to
put the
swamp.
sidewalks near the water where the alligators are. And let's just watch. It's gonna be fun. You know, if you're slow, good luck. Pay attention, people. Stay sharp. They're like, another person's been dragged into the pond to their death. We don't know why. Then you're looking and they're like, dog walking park. Near the water? That's not too... You wonder why the gator's just sitting there going, yeah, I'm okay right now. I just ate one tourist. You're okay, Bobby.
I got me a poodle earlier.
I got me a poodle.
I'm good.
Yeah. Why would you put... That's like people they bought... I was watching a thing on that one time, and people like buy... They have houses in what they call gator something. They literally live on like an island and then surrounded by gators. And these are nice houses. And then they're like, yeah, a woman got taken last week. She was doing her flowers down by the water. Hello? Not a good idea to do flowers. Not a good idea to live near gators.
Well, when you have gators just meandering across the golf courses.
Well, that's funny, though.
Yes, but it's Florida. And everything's near a swamp.
Yeah.
Because it's Florida.
Are we talking about the gator that's like Godzilla's cousin?
Yeah.
That thing was huge.
It was huge.
And the best, that was a couple of years ago. And the best part of that was, no one's ever seen it before. Then they go talk to the people. I think they called it Frankenstein or something.
Yeah.
They gave it like a nickname. And they're
everybody knew him.
Everyone knew the gator. And they're like, well, why didn't you call animal control? They're like, well, he doesn't bother anybody. And then they like, we're pretty sure he didn't eat any golfers because we would know about that. He's eating something. He's really large, but we don't give a shit. And people like to come watch him. He just sort of meanders, and then he finds a sunny spot. It just, if he lays down on your hole, just don't play it. That's what we say. Just, let the gator be the gator. He was huge. And then the classic.
I was a big gator. When
the guys filmed it, the friend goes, hey, go stand by it for
scale.
And the guy's like, that was freaking funny, man. Out here in Southern California, we have coyotes snatching up dogs. Yeah, I've heard about that.
Southern California doesn't have real dogs anyways. It's all freaking chihuahuas and
they got mountain lions out there too. You don't want to mess with a mountain lion because they will stalk you. A bear
and you don't hear them.
No, and because a bear eventually, unless you run right into a bear. Now I'm not. Hey, don't do what I say. I'm just saying, a bear, from what they say on television, like National Geographic's, a bear will eventually go, screw it. Not a mountain lion or a cougar. And I'm not talking about the cougars you find at a bar at 1:45 a.m.
Those are the ones we like.
Those are pretty fun cougars. She's like, I'll put my claws into you. I'm like, meow. So anyhow, yeah, because where my cousin lives with her husband, they live out. They're past the suburbs, right? They're like out there. And they actually have, there's mountain, whatever, there's big cats. I don't know what the hell they call them, but they've tracked them and they have to, and the guy's like, my cousin's husband's like, yeah, you pay attention when you're out there because they will hunt you. And it's frightening to me. I'd be like, they weren't there for the longest time. We're talking Massachusetts. I'm not making this up. They have whatever the hell you want to call them, mountain lions, cougars up in these hills, up in the boonies, right? And I'm like, in the woods. And I'm like, dude, they should just send someone out there to shoot those things. At some point, they're going to eat. Lucky there's a lot of deer and stuff. And the deer are like agreeing with me. Yeah, they should go shoot those, you know? But yeah, that's frightening. We have coyotes here. I had one in my backyard about 3 years ago. I did the double take. I'm like, that's a freaking weird looking dog. Why is he in my yard? And then I'm like, God damn, that's the biggest fox I've seen because they have a bushy, like a foxtail. And then the brain went, hey, dumbass, it's a coyote from Forest Park. And I went, so I opened the door and I said, you. And I wanted to see if he came towards, I didn't walk outside. I'm not stupid, right? But I wanted to see if he came towards me or just kept going. Because if he comes towards me, I would call like animal control and say, hey, we got a problem. He just looked at me and went, hey, what's up? He just went right over the fence. Yeah. And then that same day, that's when I saw the 5 deer against the garage. He must have been looking for the deer. And the deer were like, we were hiding. Is he gone? I'm like, yeah, he's gone. Can you stay still? I want to take a picture. No. And they ran. And I said, I started following them because I wanted to take a picture. And then I thought, man killed by 5 deer. What an asshole. I'm like, yeah, bad idea. I went to work. But yeah. Yeah, coyote. And it wasn't because I went online and I looked up coyotes in the park. And we literally live, the park's right over there. Because they have coyotes, they stop hunting all this stuff, right? And the coyotes have come back in force. They tell you, like, if you're walking a small dog, make sure you really love your dog before you defend him against the coyote hordes, whatever. Just let the coyote eat what the coyotes want to eat. And it was. And there, you think like a coyote, sometimes you see these pictures, they're scrawny and stuff. These things are eating well. Then the police they go tell a woman, I forgot what neighborhood she was in, not around here, but in the area I live. Well, not in the exact area, but near the park. She's feeding coyotes, right? And they're like, yeah, ma'am, can you please stop feeding the coyotes? And she's like, if I feed the coyotes, they won't eat the dogs. No, they just get stronger and they eat more stuff. Just stop feed. She put dog food out there. The coyotes were like, listen, we'll eat that poodle later. Let's eat this shit first, and then we rip apart the poodle. Yeah, she was feeding coyotes. You shouldn't feed the coyotes. You don't underestimate coyotes. They will take you down.
Don't underestimate Mother Nature at all.
No, Mother Nature is an angry, angry woman. She is like the Wicked Witch of the West, but smarter. And there ain't no Dorothy.
And not affected by water.
Yeah, exactly. How does a witch melt from water? Is it holy water? Did they have holy water in The Wizard of Oz? They never said it was holy water. And that good witch Glenda, whatever the F her name is, I don't like her. How many people in the chat like the good witch Glenda?
It was her voice that turned me off. That
Dorothy, you always could go home, but I needed you to kill my enemies.
Well, the one thing I don't get is the guards at Munchkinville.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Had rifles.
They never shot them. Why didn't you just shoot the witch?
Just shoot the witch.
The witch is like talking trash. You're like,
there's like 75 Munchkins with rifles.
Just fire. You're going to hit something. Little people can shoot guns too.
And even if you don't kill her, then just throw water on her.
Yeah. Why didn't you just get a hose? A squirt gun?
What does she do in the rain?
Yeah. Does she stay inside? I mean, this movie.
This is the same logic that created Aquaman. You realize this, right?
Oh my God, Aquaman! I told you can kill him with salt. I told you can kill. You know how bad the Aquaman thing?
Ocean, dude.
You know it doesn't matter. You know how bad the Aquaman thing is? What's that guy's name who played him?
Jason Momoa.
Did you hear what he said? I can't play the second Aquaman. No, I'm busy. I can't play.
He's doing Dune.
Right. So he knows Aquaman sucks. He agrees with me.
Hang on.
Yeah, and then Tribes fan says, take out the poppy fields. They're all high as a kite in The Wizard of Oz. Well, the guy was on an acid trip anyway. Bobby Cantillano loves The Wizard of Oz. Uzi Patrol says ceremonial rifles, or did they have strict SOPS? SOPS! SATURDUI! Here's my point.
Yeah, the rules of engagement prevented the Munchkins from shooting the evil witch.
Exactly. That's like you gotta call the JAG. What? We got the crazy bitch in front of us. You gotta call the JAG. What's it called?
Landed right in front of her. She's right here. She's threatening some girl who just fell out of the sky.
This is the green chick we've been talking about in the meetings.
Let's plug her. She's going to send monkeys to eat us.
We got to talk to the JAG officer, man. We can't just... You know what the JAG officer's doing? He's probably jacking off. Why don't we just shoot this bitch? I never got that.
Rules of engagement.
There should be no rules of engagement when it comes to green witches. She's a green witch. She wants to kill everybody.
And the wart.
Now,
and the pointed hat.
Exactly.
How much more proof do you need she's evil than that?
I was strangely turned on by her.
Man to a newt.
No one heard what I said, thank God. But
I heard, but I'm not going to comment.
Well, I was strangely turned on by her. It's just a whole dominant thing. I was like, really? I don't think she's that bad. I remember going to school going, I don't think she's that bad. And they're like, what the hell's wrong with you? I'm just telling you, I think she's misunderstood. It's true. I'm just saying, the worst witch was the good. How is she the good witch? She didn't do jack shit.
Because she was sparkly.
Yeah, she's a stripper.
About the PR. Well, who cares? It's all about the PR, dude.
Well, that's like the freaking. Of course, it's all marketing. It's all marketing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like everyone's like, I love the Rebels in Star Wars. Really, really. So we have this marvelous business center, this big, round, beautiful sphere that's promoting business throughout the galaxy, and these these terrorists blow it up, and everyone's like, I love the Empire. I mean, you should love the Empire. I love the Rebels. Why do you love the Rebels? And Sim Salabim, you talk Star Wars, and who's in the chat?
Is he here?
Did the one, the only, woo, the dog show. As he said, Margaret Hamilton was smoking hot, literally. I had a weird fascination sexually towards her. I'm just telling you. Hello, our good friend, Dog. Hope all is well.
Dude, Dog.
Hello, Felicia.
Dog, seriously, you got to do something talking up about the rise of Skywalker or Skywalkers, whatever the hell it is. I need your input. Is
that the time travel thing?
I figure Dog's the one who knows the best. I've heard a lot of rumors, but we saw my Game of Thrones rumors, how far it went.
Yeah,
so I figure Dog is more knowledgeable on this than we are combined, smarter than both of us put together.
Devin, so have you not? How long have you been on this show? Since its inception, sort of.
Seems like a very long time.
Pretty much everyone's smarter than I am. Come on. I just make up shit to make people laugh.
Well, now, you think I don't do the same thing?
Mind you, I'm right. But I'm just
really
saying.
good at faking it.
Me too. I tell my nurse that I faked it. I faked it.
But no, Dog, you need to sit down. You need to do an episode going over what rumors you've heard. I'm waiting for the Death Star. And because honestly, I don't have very many peers. Well, I don't have very many peers. Most of the people that I went to grade school with and are my age in Star Wars, old school Star Wars like I am, they're either dead or in jail or I'm not friends with them anymore. So I don't get a lot of other insight from people.
You're not going on visiting day?
No, God, no. We don't talk about Jim anymore at all, period.
You're not visiting them, as we used to call it, college?
Yeah, he went off to college.
I told you that's what we used to say. And remember I told you the joke offline?
Which college?
Yeah, remember I told you. I'm like, he's at State. And they're like, what do you mean? I go, you don't get it, do you? You're not from the neighborhood, are you? No. Are you a narc?
No, see, a narc would understand the reference.
Yeah, they would. Away at college.
But no, it's. I figure Dog is probably more on the pulse of this thing than I am. And
Dog says he has the same issues.
I mean, we're starting to get older, and everybody we know is dying. So, but anyways.
Well, that was a pleasant segue.
That
Death.
was. And prison.
Death and President taxes. Don't drop the soap. Anyway, what I'm saying is, I don't find the fascination with the rebels at all. You know what? I think they should bring Mark Hamill back as Luke Skywalker and go, listen. He should go find what's his face, his nephew, and go, you're right. These people are jackasses. Did you see the script they wrote for me? Now they're doing this time travel thing, and I have my own input. And I'm like, dude, I'm joining the Empire, and we're going to finally smash out these anarchists who are not pro-business and not pro-democracy. They say they are, but they're not. I just hate the rebels. Now, if you talk about the first 3 movies, I'm cool with them, except the 3rd movie because I hate the furry things. That's when I started to slide.
Ewoks.
I didn't like the Ewok. You know, there was a game, one of those Star Wars games you could play as the other side. You could shoot them. I just was like, bad day to be an Ewok, you sons of bitches. New sheriff in town, and he ain't asking no questions, just shooting. So, yeah. I just don't.
Originally, they were supposed to be Wookiees.
Yeah. In the game, actually.
That would have been much better.
In one of the games I had, and it's one of the Star Wars shooter games.
Yeah, Battlefield or the original Star Wars Battlefield.
You could go to the Wookiee planet, and that was fun. So yeah, I don't know. Okay. Who would win in a fight between Aquaman and the Wicked Witch of the West?
Well, if it's on Aquaman's home turf,
because he's got he might win this one. Water.
The water, yeah.
I know. I think we finally found an opponent who he could beat.
Only if he has home field advantage. If he's in her castle with all the flying monkeys,
he's got it. She's throwing salt on him, and he's like, salt!
The flying monkeys are.
The flying monkeys ripped the shit out of him. I like the flying.
Those things scared the shit out of me when I was.
Really, I liked them. I was like, I want an army of flying monkeys to do my bidding.
Terrified me.
My nieces, my nephews were all petrified. I'm like, the flying monkeys scared you? You should be afraid of the good witch Glenda, who will make people go murder people. And everyone's like, no, I like.
Sparkly though. But that means she's good.
No, she's not good. No.
Really good PR.
Let's go back to one last time. What did she say to Dorothy at the end? Dorothy, you could always go home. And you're like, I remember as a kid, that's like when I watched Rudolph. I know I go back to these movies, but I'm telling you, I'm sitting there going, wait a second. You're putting toys that you guys made on an island of misfits.
A gulag.
That's what it sounds like to me, you commie bastards. And right. I really didn't like Santa Claus after that.
Well, I mean, honestly, Santa Claus, it's a big communist commune up there.
Yeah.
Do the elves really get paid for all their work?
I don't think they get paid.
I don't think so either. Do the elves get to keep the toys? No. Santa takes them away from them.
Lucky Jesus went down there and cleaned things up. It's okay now. Jesus put a new Santa Claus in charge. Not that bastard from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. He put a good, God-fearing man in charge. Thank God.
Who, Tim Allen?
Yeah, Tim Allen. I like Tim Allen. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just don't. If you really look at the good people in some of these movies, you're like, I think everyone's missing the point here. Dorothy could have went home, but she didn't tell her how to go home. She made her kill 2 people. That's all I'm saying. And what's up with that poppy field? Like Tribes fans said, they're all drug addicts. I don't know.
Let's not even get started on Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, that was definitely acid trip.
Oh, yeah. She was ripped out of her mind.
Okay. Grace Slick. Grace, she was hot in the day. Come on.
Oh, yes.
Right? That was her name, right? Grace Slick from Jefferson Airplane?
It was
oh my God.
Starship or Jefferson Starship.
No, they were Airplane. I think that's a different. Is that a different group?
No, it's all the same group. They changed.
Oh, she was hot when they were Airplane.
3 or 4 years. Yeah, back in the day. Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure she slept with the whole Earth. I'm just saying, she's like an Earth mother. They had they had the thing with Woodstock or some crap like that.
She was at Woodstock. I'm fairly certain she was. Yeah. Her, Janis Joplin, and Carlos Santana.
I know Tito Santana. He was a wrestler. I've been watching a lot of old school wrestling on YouTube. I miss that stuff.
I've been watching a lot of old school horror movies and sci-fi movies.
Ooh, what are you watching?
Godzilla and Gamera movies.
Oh, Gamera was a turtle. Remember when he flew?
Turtle.
Remember he flew?
Had the jets out of his ass.
Yeah, and he'd spin. I'm like, how does he see where he's going? He's going in circles. Doesn't it make him dizzy? How does he not hit everything? I like Gamera.
Well, see, that's the thing. I mean, in the first movie, the original black and white, he was just like when Godzilla first shot. He was destroying everything. And then in the second movie, he's the friend of children everywhere.
Dave Gardner, not a fan of Gamera.
and everybody seems to forget that, especially the kids, that just last year he leveled half of Tokyo and killed,
here's my point,
50,000 people.
He didn't mean to level Tokyo.
It doesn't matter.
He just got angry. He went to anger control issues. He's good now.
I was watching one, and he was going after the monster of the week, whatever he was fighting, and literally when he landed, he ended up doing more damage to the city than the monster had done already. It's like, all right, come on.
That's when the army's sitting there going, listen, maybe we shouldn't call Godzilla. I mean, because like the other monsters sort of showed up. We said, hey, stop breaking the stuff. And he sort of stopped breaking it. And he was cool with it. He just says, I just want to go over here. But then, we called Godzilla. And yeah, okay, he killed the other monster. But we got to rebuild the city again. I mean, that was a cool. There was a game on the PS2, I think. I think it was the PS2 or the PS3. And it was like basically a wrestling game for monsters. And you could put Godzilla. Yankee fans would like this. You could put him in like Boston, and you could like crush Fenway Park. It was hilarious because everything breaks in the game. It's awesome. And I played as Godzilla all the time. But shockingly enough, they don't have a King Kong character in there because
didn't get the copyrights for it, huh?
No, they didn't. I was telling Nurse Teresa the other night when she was over, like out of the blue, you think I'm like this just for this show? No, I'm like this all the time. Like we're washing dishes. I'm drying the wash. I turned, I said, you ever watch Godzilla? And she's like, no. And she's like, oh God, you're not going to talk about, yeah, I am going to talk about, how the hell did he lose to King Kong? And I just ranted for like 45 minutes.
Well, do you remember the comic book when he went up against Jordan?
Godzilla against
Godzilla and Jordan, big basketball.
Well, I know, but that's Michael Jordan. I understand that.
Yeah, but still,
that's like Muhammad Ali beating Superman. Really, really? Unless he has kryptonite in his gloves, I don't think so. For once, I guess Superman got darker. Like people have told me, like he became dictator and stuff. I'm cool with that. Like Superman was like, listen,
yeah, I don't like the new Superman movies too much, especially the reboot, because I mean it really broke, and this is one of my biggest problems I have with Hollywood.
Yeah.
When it comes to superhero movies, because they are breaking too much of existing, not so much canon. I can kind of understand breaking canon, but Superman killed people in the new movies.
Yeah,
Superman
he never
killed.
No, that was one of his things. He didn't kill anybody. I wanted him to kill people. I never understand why the superheroes, like when I was a kid on Saturday mornings, I get it, Saturday morning cartoon, but come on, Saturday morning cartoons taught you about life. This is going to sound grim, people, but it taught you about life.
Well,
if you catch the bad guy who constantly is trying to blow up the earth, maybe on the way to jail, something bad happens to him. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and even like Batman and the new Batman movies, when Batman's killing people.
Dave Gardner says, if I was Superman, I'd be such a jerk. So would I. I would be the worst. I'd be like, I know what you're wearing. I have X-ray vision. Arr.
That's what Hancock was.
Yeah, you'd have your hand. Oh, wait, I misinterpreted that. I'm sorry. I heard hand and I heard sorry.
Hancock, not Hancock.
Okay.
Hancock,
sorry.
the Will Smith movie when he was the superhero, but had amnesia, didn't know how he got his superpowers, and lived in California for like 60 years.
I don't know.
You didn't see that movie?
No, I'm not a big superhero guy. I like Spider-Man.
It was actually.
Yeah, I heard it was pretty good.
Parts of it were actually pretty good. It was a cool twist on the superhero trope. But
Dog Show says Kong and Godzilla are going at it again soon, and there will be a definitive winner. I heard. Yeah, they're gonna screw Godzilla again. They're gonna be like, we can't let the lizard win. No one likes the lizard. I like the lizard. If you like the lizard, you're some sort of weirdo. You're bad. And you probably didn't like Star Wars, that crappy last movie. No, it just sucked. That's why you're doing a time machine thing to try to
retcon everything that
last. Yeah, you're trying to like go back and go, it didn't really happen.
I still say they just need to write in that at the very end of it, Luke wakes up from a dream, and that's all it was.
And Bobby, what's his face, is in the shower.
And Disney just throws up their hands and says, screw it, we're not doing Star Wars anymore, and gives it back to Lucas because Disney is destroying Star Wars. Fuckers.
You know what I'd like to see? Godzilla destroy Disney. I don't want to see innocent people hurt. I just want to see the board eaten. That's it.
That'd be kind of cool. Yeah. Disneyland or Disney World?
Which is the one in Florida?
Disney World.
Where's the board at?
I don't know.
Maybe you could just go to Brussels and eat the European Union.
And nobody had noticed, though.
Yeah. Can he make it to Brussels?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's rivers. You can just walk up the river. Plus, it'd be like an afternoon outing.
Felicia likes Felicia's a big Game of Thrones and superhero. You can ask Felicia like any question about Disney, and she like knows it. I'm like sitting there going, God, how the hell does she know that crap? She's like,
I don't mind Disney. I just hate what they've done with Star Wars. And the funny thing is, I saw a thing on YouTube where the CEO of Disney, we shouldn't have taken over Star Wars. We have no right doing anything with Star Wars. He probably wouldn't put it on. He kind of can sense kryptonite.
Here's the other thing. I'm not a Lex Luger fan at all. Okay, but I'm just saying, if I knew kryptonite could kill Superman, I'd hire like a bunch of people and go, listen, I just want you to shoot Superman. You're like, you're nuts, man. Like, listen, just if you shoot Superman, I will give you $100 million. Whoever does it. And they're going to find these 4 or 5 idiots who are going to go for it. And here's my point. Even after they shoot Superman, I'm not paying him the money because I'm going to kill them because I'm Lex Luthor. It's all going to work out. They should make a movie. I don't know if they did this, where Superman actually has to team up with Lex Luthor. Because
there's been several times.
Oh, have they?
There's
comics or something.
Well, comics and the cartoons, and Lex Luthor is from an alternate reality. Stuff like that. This is the real. No, even in the normal.
Because it could be one of these things where Lex Luthor goes, "Look, I really hate you, but I know you think I'm a douchebag, but that's the bigger douchebag. And as much as I hate you, I don't want to blow up the Earth because I actually do have some friends on Earth. I like my mom and dad, and I like the old lady across the street. She makes cookies, and I go shovel her snow. You didn't know that, did you, jackass? No, you're out there. The old Lex Luthor's a bad guy, right? Okay, I might do some bad things, but you got to prove that first. What I'm saying is those people from outer space, those frog-looking things, let's deal with them first, and then let's kill each other after.
No, yeah, there's been a lot of
that would be cool.
Circumstances have thrown Luthor and Superman together. So
you put two characters who don't like each other, and then you put like bum ba bum ba bum bum ba bum bum, and you make them live in an apartment. Oh, I like it.
And put a laugh track under it. Yeah.
Have you watched Stranger Things yet?
Nope.
Oh, it's so good. Well, I guess we won't be talking about that.
I don't care. You can spoil. You can talk. I just won't be able to give you any input on it because I haven't watched.
Oh, it's so good. I waited to watch the third season because Nurse Teresa had not watched it yet at all. So I'm like, did you finish watching the first 2 seasons? She's like, you just called me. I just turned on. Go faster!
It only goes so fast.
Oh, it was so good. I love that show. I guess one more season or 2. You got to watch it. I think you'd like it. I really think you. It's beautiful nostalgia. It is awesome sauce.
Yeah,
man.
it's all that whole early
Oh my
80s
God.
thing. Yeah. I see the memes and I see bits and pieces on the net. But.
Oh, I don't think Dog likes it too much. He says, I stopped after season 2. Oh, Dog. Well, that's okay. I love it. I really do. I thought season 3 was the best. They do. You know what they do right? They introduce a character. They can make you feel for the character like you didn't think you would, and they kill a character off. Now, not a main character, but someone you like. And then they can introduce new characters, and you're like, oh, they're not going to last long, and they make it. And you
Game of Thrones did the same thing.
Well, Game of Thrones killed everybody. Game of Thrones. I just watched. You know how they have that Hitler movie?
Yeah.
And they do the bad lip sync?
Yeah.
Oh, I watched a bunch of them talking about like the ending of Game of Thrones. It was hilarious.
Those still crack me up sometimes.
Dog says it's better than Westworld. I could not get into Westworld. I think that show sucks. It's too boring for me. Have you ever seen that one? Westworld?
No. I came to the conclusion a long time ago, Hollywood has run out of ideas, and I refuse to watch anything that they are trying to regurgitate, because in their regurgitation, they make things worse. I like the original Westworld, Yul Brynner. That was enjoyable.
Yep. That was frightening as a kid. That was frightening. That scared the shit out of me. What I like about the new Westworld, I watched some of those shows, right? Tribesman, Inglorious Bastard with the bad Hitler. That's one of the funniest scenes in movie history when the Colonel, oh God, he won the Academy Best Supporting Actor for that and Django, Christoph Waltz, and he turns to the camera and goes, and you tell them I put the bomb under Hitler's chair. And he turns to the camera and he goes, and I really did. And they show him putting the bomb under Hitler's because he jumped sides. Now, he was a jerk. He's not a nice guy, but that was funny. But I forgot what I was saying. Never mind. So couldn't have been that important.
It'll come to you at 3:00 in the morning.
I know, and we'll probably still be.
We'll still be talking, like last week.
Yeah, Inglorious Basterds is a fun movie. I like that one. That was eerie. I went to see that movie, and someone brought his kids. I was like, and there's a scene where they beat a guy to death with a baseball bat, and to hear 2 little kids laugh at that, and you're sitting there going, oh boy, yeah. But you know what? They're the politest little kids. Like when they had to walk by, Thurk, and I'm sorry, I have to go to the bathroom. Then I was like, yeah, okay. Like, I'm sorry. Did you see him bash that guy's effing skull in? That was cool. I'm like, yeah, it's cool. Yeah. Okay, I'll see you later.
We got to remember. I mean, take a look back in like the 70s when we had G, PG.
Hey, do you remember?
And very few movies got an R rating.
That's right.
I mean, stuff that today would get
be an R
rating.
Listen,
would get an R rating.
Have you ever watched Omega Man?
Back in the day.
Have you ever watched Omega Man?
Oh yeah.
There's nudity and violence. That's a PG movie.
Oh yeah, no.
There's sex in that movie. I'm sitting there going, "This is PG."
Well, parental guidance suggested.
Right.
It wasn't until the 80s.
Then parents are like, listen, there's sex in that movie. Helen, we can get past this whole birds and the bees thing. Let's just send Johnny to the movies.
Jaws was PG.
Yeah, that would never be PG now. That would never be PG. I tell the story about the Planet of the Apes, how they had G ratings. Conquest for the Planet of the Apes got originally an R rating. So they go, we can't have an R rating. We need the kids to go back to this movie. Yeah. And if it's an R rating, the parents have to take them. And the parents ain't going to take them. It's a good movie, Conquest of the Planet of the Apes. Very dark. It's a very good movie, right? And there's comedy in the beginning. I like to call it, Curious George Gets Pissed, because it's what it is. Devin will rejoin us in a moment, hopefully. And that had originally Planet of the Apes Conquest had an R rating, And the original ending, they bashed the governor's head in, right? Because I get all the extras. The extras are better than the movies, except the first one. The extras are great. And they told them, they go, 1, it got an R rating. 2, you can't bash the dude's head. We got to have a sort of a happy ending. You can't bash the dude. And the writers are like, but they just overthrew the governor. I think they'd bash his head in. And so they changed the ending to make it a more hopeful ending. And they cut down some of the violence. It's still a really violent movie. It's a well-done movie. I mean, again, you want to sympathize for the simians, but if you're a human, look in the mirror, and then you know what side you should be on. We'll take care of the dink humans later. Right now, we all have to stick together, and then we have a nice cookout, and then Uncle Al kills all the dink humans. We'll take care of the situation later. Don't worry. I remember. That's the problem I have with Westworld. I remember. It all came back to me. Okay, it all came back to me. OTDA, our good friend. Hope all is well. So, like in Westworld, we watch these shows, and they're all rooting for the androids. I'm like, okay, that's a bad thing, people. And I hate to tell you this, you're not in the bunker at the end with Uncle Al and Devin and Uncle Ron. I'm sorry. I can't have people going, humans are bad. No, I get it. I sort of get that, but those are the same people. Again, when I give the question, okay, have you ever seen 28 Days Later? Yes. Good movie, right? Good movie. Now
a lot of running.
Yeah. Now, yeah. Zombies running is scary. More like rabies. That's frightening. Imagine if people got rabies like that. You'd be like, shit. In the beginning of the movie, these PETA freaks go to save the monkeys or the chimpanzees that they're testing. Now, I get it. It's not nice what they're doing to the chimpanzees. I agree. I don't want to see that stuff done. But if someone tells you, don't open the cage, they're infected. Now, regardless of if they infected them or not, the scientist dude specifically said, everyone pay attention to Al's lips. Don't open the cage. They're infected. Now, that would be what we say in the business, red flag, sailor take warning. Okay? What does the jackass PETA person do? Opens the cage. The monkey's like, oh, thank you. And it rips the shit out of him, you know? And then the infection and everyone's dead. Good work, PETA. Why do people not listen? I don't get it. Don't go in the water. Shark. But they go in the water.
Because people are stupid.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, now let's get to what I really want to talk about. In Ohio, look it up. This is true.
Only taken us 45 minutes.
An hour and 8 minutes. We finally got there. So that's what that thing says up there. So yeah, in Ohio.
We didn't mention this until about 15 minutes in. So
okay. In Ohio. All right. In Ohio. Wait a second. Philip brings up a point here. Let me see what this is. The androids in Westworld are the same ones they used in the $6 Million Man. I like the $6 Million Man. I like that show. That's going to be a top.
The one problem I always had with $6 Million Man, he had this bionic arm, right? And he could lift cars with it and all, but it was fused to his normal human bones. So if he tried, it would just rip right out.
That's great, Devin. Thanks for ruining that for me.
I know. That's what I do. I ruin people's childhoods.
Greatest TV episode ever as a child. It's the closest thing as a child to amorous behavior. $6 Million Man.
The Bionic Woman.
No, well, never mind about that. $6 Million Man and Bigfoot. The 2-part episode. I was like, as a kid, going, oh my God. Double bowl of popcorn. And I want my Coca-Cola like this. I'm up for the whole night.
Yep. Oh, yeah. I remember those. I remember that episode.
That was awesome. It's horribly cheesy, mind you. I've seen it since. But I still love it. And We got an idiot in the chat. So let's take care. I just wanted to show you the idiot first. Normally I don't do that. There we go. So we can bye-bye that idiot. Moderators, whack out those people, please. Thank you. They're not even funny. I'm going to have Gong a troll night. Like, we're going to do the Gong show for trolls and see if they can make us laugh without being stupid.
Anyways,
I don't think they can do that.
Ohio.
Oh, yeah, Ohio. That's what I wanted to talk about. So, in Ohio, there was an alligator over 10 feet. Okay? Now, I'm talking about Ohio, not like Ohio, Miami, Florida. Not that there's such thing exists. Ohio. So the police get a call. You can only assume when they got this call, they're like, what? And the person's like, there's an alligator near the pond where the kids are playing, right? So someone the cops come and they shoot the alligator because, you have to sit there and go, yeah, no animal control crap. We can't let this thing get.
I don't think we have any alligator.
Exactly. It's Ohio. And we can't let this thing get in the water and then try to get it after that. Now, thank God the alligator was well fed because it just kind of sort of stood there and got shot. But my point is, so the police later said, they're like, yeah, it has to be someone's pet they just let it go. There's no alligators in Ohio. Why, if you own an alligator, one, do you let your alligator go? Don't let your alligator go. That's not nice. People, you got your poor alligator shot. And if he gets angry, go ahead.
I like watching a lot of cop shows on YouTube as well, and when I had TV. And I also like watching the wildlife police. And there was this one show that was, it's Ohio, someone will shoot it.
That's a good one.
Up in Maine. And it was the wildlife guys got called out to some guy's house, and he had like 6 alligators in his basement. In Maine.
Oh, I saw that.
And they had another alligators.
They had another one out in the Midwest. The people had their basement flooded because they had pet alligators.
Yeah.
And they had the Book of the Month Club, and they went there, right? And they're like kept hearing like these sounds that alligators make. A gurgling, whatever sound. I mean, they didn't know they were gators. It's only because I watch those stupid shows, like stupid people with stupid pets that could kill you. I'm like, I'm in. Bowl of popcorn. It's not as good as $6 Million Man and Sasquatch, but I'm in. Oh my God. But that being said, in West Springfield, a guy had a pet gator that everyone knew about. Never bothered anybody. Ate pizza. I think all gators, if you have them domesticated, want pizza and chocolate chip cookies, and they want to watch television because everyone says the same thing. There must be a Facebook group that we don't know about of people who own alligators. They're like, so if you feed them when they're young, pizza and chocolate chip cookies, and let them watch the Brady Bunch, they're cool, right? Oh, yeah, they're cool. They're cool. They actually have...
To be fair, you feed me pizza and chocolate chip cookies, I'm cool. So, it's...
I'm just saying, when they caught the alligator, they had footage. They showed the footage. I think I've talked about this. And the gator was like, dude, you the pizza guy? You don't look like the pizza guys. Why are you touching my tail, man?
Where's the pizza?
Yeah, and then he got
where's the anchovies?
Yeah, he got a little upset, and then they took him away, and he died at the park. He died at the zoo. He died of depression. That's what they said. They go, well, he's not really a wild gator. He likes TV. He's like, I can't watch. Who? And he kept asking, like, who won American Idol? I need to know.
I've missed the last episode of Bachelorette.
Oh, that's the worst show. That is the lowest common denominator show, Bachelorette or the other one. How they have one time it's the woman for the guys, and it's the guy. And I'm like, this is the lowest common denominator, but I watch it every week. No, I'm just kidding.
They're the reason why I don't have TV and cable anymore.
Philip asked this a good question. How about Glinda, the Good Witch versus Aquaman? Ooh, I hate Glinda. Oh, she's such a bitch. Oh, God.
Well, see, the thing is, Glinda the Good Witch wouldn't do anything
No,
to Aquaman.
you're right.
She'd get other people to
She'd
do
get
it.
Dorothy. She'd like,
Yeah.
Dorothy, do you see that man there who
In
looks
the
a little
orange outfit.
who looks a little bit like Richard Simmons' lover? Do you want to go home, Dorothy? You must murder him. He has the key to send you home. Bring me his head, Dorothy. I'm the Good Witch Glinda. Trust me. Yeah, I think the Good Witch Glinda would have Dorothy kill Aquaman. She'd throw water on him with fresh water, not salt. See, that's where they would get him.
See, he can also he does the freshwater thing too. Because it's water.
I just don't like Aquaman. And Jason Momoa said he sucks. He's not playing him ever again. He's not in the second one. I'm right. He watches the show. He sent me a message.
You haven't gotten an autograph?
No.
I'm sure Nurse Teresa would appreciate a bare-chested autograph of Jason Momoa.
Yeah, well, I'd like to see Dolly Parton too. That ain't happening, right? I just listen. He was cool as Drago, and I thought that was a lame character. It was a stupid character, but I mean, okay, who do I root for between Aquaman and Drago? See, I'm not fun. What were they called? The Dothraki?
Dothraki. Yeah.
I hated them. And it just fits so good that the blonde bitch went with them. I mean, they're basically like, yeah, we're these fierce fighters. Oh my God, how much crap do we have to look at how they beat the Lannister soldiers? Mind you, I don't like the Lannisters, but I'm just saying, wait a second. They had a dragon.
3 dragons.
Yeah. I just hate, oh God, I don't. I'm telling you, I didn't like anyone on that. I didn't like the slavers, obviously. I don't like those bastards, but I'm like, couldn't they just all kill each other? That was my least favorite storyline was Daenerys. God, I know Dog's like, I hate you, Al. Dog loved Daenerys. I get it somehow. It's okay. I love Dog. I'm a Stannis guy. But then, he did that thing. We'll just yada yada over that. I like them to take that out of the DVD thing. I like them to take that part out and redo it, please.
I don't know. I like John. He just seems so helpless and clueless.
John was like, okay. John, he's a Stark. God damn. But they won in the end.
Not really.
I don't know.
Not really. I mean, sort of, but not really.
I mean, Bran's on the throne. I'm not talking the shitter either. Oh, more Aquaman hate. I like it.
More Aquaman.
Oh, wait, first, I hate the Dothraki guys too. The hoot and the hollering was bothersome. Yeah, that's, like, shut up. Dude, you're in a loincloth. Shut the hell up. I just didn't like them. Here's a good one. Hey, here's a good one. The Wonder Twins versus Aquaman. That is a good one. I think Zan and Jaina beat Aquaman because I think they would say, hey, Aquaman, what's over there? And then they'd push him over, throw salt on him. People don't know you can kill Aquaman with salt, but you can. He's part snail. It's true. Oh, wait, I messed up. I gotta go back. Batman has a backup plan for every member of the Justice League, and Tower of Babylon shows all of them. Felicia says, random superhero fun fact. I like that. What are your thoughts on Aquaman? Please tell me he sucks. Anyhow, hope all is well with Devin. We've lost our co-host, which means you get me to babble. And let's do this while Devin... How do I do this? Let's go back to here. Nope. Let's do that. When Devin comes back, we'll put him. So now you get to see my ugly mug. All right, back to the chat. Philip. Shape of a bucket of water. Oh my God. I would have been like, shape of Superman. Felicia says, gotta say the new Aquaman movie wasn't bad. It's Aquaman. I hate Aquaman. Yeah, okay, it's probably cooler than hello, Clinton Parks. Happy birthday to Clinton. Happy birthday to Clinton. Happy birthday, dear Clinton. Happy birthday to you and many more.
Oh, hey, we changed. You did something with the screen size. Because I can see my fishy tank in the reflection now. Oh.
Shit, what'd I do here? There we go.
Oh, I don't care. I know people like to watch the fishy tank.
Oh, let's see the fishy tank. Hold on.
The fishy tank.
Oh, fishy, bum, 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 bum. Oh, fishy, fishy, bum, 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 bum.
Yeah,
They hate Aquaman too.
Oh, big guy's poking his nose out.
He hears me singing.
Yep.
He's like, I hate Aquaman. He smells of poo. You see? He's like, I would kick Aquaman's ass. He's so beautiful. That's our mascot.
That is our mascot.
And lunch in the zombie apocalypse.
And lunch in the zombie apocalypse.
He serves dual purposes.
That's all right.
Back to this. There we go.
Whee.
As Clinton says, 64. Then Clinton asks the all-important question, Dog, where have you been? Let's see. Did Monica come out? Ooh. Well, I won't touch that one. Let me just say there was a glaze on her dress. Wait, I do trivia. They do. I haven't been there in a while. I have to go back. Friday night trivias on Citadel for trivia. They ask tough questions on Disney, though. I'm like, I don't know.
I suck at trivia.
I do suck at
the
trivia.
Trivia that I know is too trivial for other people to care.
Yeah, but that's the best trivia. Like when you only know it. Because you can make shit up and they're like, damn, he's good. I'm like, yeah, you didn't know that, did you? Get a book. What book is in it? I'm not telling you. It's this book right here. So, anyway.
Fix my camera again.
I know. I hate when I fidget. I'm a fidgeter. Yeah. You know, oh, wait a second. Define this. Define is.
Wait. I don't know. I think Clinton is still trying to define what is.
Oh. Oh, I get it. Yeah. I did not have sexual intercourse with that young lady. Now, define is.
Depends on what the definition of is.
Okay. Did you? Yes. Do you know this young lady? I might. Okay. Was she an intern? Maybe.
Well, I don't know. We have so many interns.
There's so many interns. I see so many interns. I can only put my penis. I mean, wait a second. I mean, I can only be in so many places at some time. You know? That was the best. Actually, listening to the whole, whatever. God, whatever. Good for all of them. Whatever. I hate them all. Everyone. I'm for dictator of the universe. Devin's my second.
I don't want
anyone in the chat's my third.
I don't want the position. It's too much stress.
It's not gonna be any stress. It's easy.
It will be stress. Have you ever been a dictator before?
Well,
it's a lot of paperwork.
Civilization.
It's a lot of paperwork.
No,
it's
not
bureaucracy.
Not for us.
Yes, it is.
We're gonna be non-bureaucratic dictators.
Have you ever seen Dune?
No, I don't want that. We're a kinder, gentler dictatorship.
That doesn't exist.
Sure it does. We get rid of all the people I don't like.
Well, that's everybody.
I know.
Okay.
It's all right.
Why are we whispering?
So no one hears us.
Oh, okay. Anyway. I don't think it's working.
No, I don't. Put on the smiley face. Tell them everything's okay.
Everything's okay, people.
Exactly. It's all good. Someone's gonna be like, I heard these people on YouTube, they're gonna overthrow the universe. It's a joke, jackass. It's a joke. If I could overthrow the universe,
I'd have done it already.
I'd have done it a long time ago. And we'd have good Star Wars movies, and they'd make a statue of me.
And we'd have throat punch Thursdays at work.
Exactly.
Along with Taco Tuesdays being mandatory.
Yeah. And pull my finger Fridays.
Nah, I don't know.
Oh, no one wants to pull my finger. That's bullshit. And then
I just pass a law.
Sam's Tangled Web. Check out that wonderful channel. Oh, you do need some moderator help.
No, he's asking, do you need some moderator help?
Oh, you see, that's what I hate about this thing, because I can't do that.
See, if Felicia was offering to be a moderator earlier, I think she'd be a good moderator.
He's already a moderator.
I made Felicia?
No, Sam.
No, I don't care about Sam. I'm talking about Felicia.
I like Sam.
I like Sam too. But Felicia was the one that was.
She might ban me.
Her service. She might.
Yeah, I love Felicia, but I'm pretty sure she doesn't want to be part of our bunker dictatorship. She likes the rebels.
We need her for trivia night.
Okay, well, she's in. All right, we'll make Felicia. Devin vouches for you.
That's right. Wait, what?
Wait a second. Wait a second. No.
Did you ban her?
No, I'm not going to ban her. It doesn't do. I don't like this. I need to be. Wait a second. Do this again.
Well, I can't do it. I could put her in timeout. But
no, don't put her in timeout.
I'm not put her in timeout. I'm not Bobby.
Oh, that was too funny. Bobby's banning. I'm like, Bobby, let's have a discussion here. You can't ban the 4 people who watch me. I have no one to watch me anymore.
The regulars that actually do like us, we need them to.
Why, when you hit these things over here, it's supposed to say.
Yeah, the 3 little
Kindle.
dots. Oh, you're on the Kindle.
Yeah, it's just the Kindle's acting weirdly. Oh, there. Wait a second. Oh God, I hate when it pauses.
Are you sure it's a pause and not lag?
I don't know. Okay, here we go. There, I've deputized her. I think, or banned her, one or the other. I don't know. We got to deputize Dog. Dogs has a new channel, so
I did not shoot the deputy.
Doesn't matter. You shot somebody. You're still a dick.
Well, whatever.
Okay. All right. Wait a second.
What?
I still don't see the moderator thingy.
Oh, just go through YouTube.
I did it.
Well, you did Dog.
I did.
Wait,
I just did Felicia.
Not wrong.
I made Felicia a moderator.
There we go. And yes, Dog has a new channel. He has 13 whole subscribers. Everybody go subscribe.
Yeah, everyone go to Dog's channel. Just click. All you do, you get to go in the 3 buttons. You go to his channel. It's not that hard. Why is everything sounding filthy coming out of my mouth?
Because it's after midnight.
Oh.
And you're drinking vodka.
No, I'm drinking water. I actually
sure.
No. I had Coke earlier.
Oh, you were hitting Gigio's stash, huh?
Yeah. Well, soda. Oh my God. Gigio's like, you in my stash? No, soda, you junkie. Jesus.
Damn it, now I want to drink. We're out of alcohol in the house.
Sam says he likes pizza. You gotta like pizza and chocolate chip cookies.
So does that make Sam an alligator?
Sam could be an alligator. Sam has a great comic book channel. Good friends with our good friends Comics with Bueller. Bueller has a new channel, right?
Oh, does he?
Yeah. And it's what's it called? Chat with Nerds or something? Or Talk with Nerd Talk. And he literally he just wants to talk to a few people. I mean, anyone can go there, but he doesn't do the live stuff anymore on his bigger channel. It's you go there and it's like I was up early this morning. I'm like, I get the ding, right? I'm trying to fall asleep. I'm like, oh, Bueller, cool.
Gotta watch it.
I watched like 15 minutes. I'm like, I fell asleep. One time I fell asleep and I bought a book on Amazon. I don't know what the hell my finger hit. I'm like, what the hell is this book? I don't even like this book. When did I buy this shit? And I look, I'm like, oh shit, I bought that when my hand must have hit the thing. I don't even know how I got on Amazon. Yeah, you got to watch out. Don't fall asleep with your Kindle. He had a contract. Oh boy, Felicia. Hopefully everyone's ready for the Dogs channel. The last one was very educated. Oh yeah, Dog's awesome. Dog's one of the smartest people. I got some new video we're going to show on his channel. It's about Ben-Hur. We're not doing that.
Well, just make sure you don't stream it from YouTube.
Stop yelling at me.
I'm not yelling. Oh, I guess I was.
You were yelling at me.
I was. I'm sorry.
Anyhow, all right. Well, everyone's in agreement. Aquaman sucks. I hated him since I was a kid. I know it's a standard rant, but I hate him. Okay, I related more to the Legion of Doom. I'm just telling you. To me, the Legion of Doom are like, you'd hang out with the Legion. I think like the superheroes were jerks. And they even made Superman lame. How do you make Superman lame? You can't make. I don't know.
Did you ever play Injustice? It was the
PlayStation game.
Right. And there's at one point you're fighting against Solomon Grundy, and at the end of the fight, of course you win, and Superman launches him out into space, and one of the Green Arrow or something. Well, isn't that going to hurt him or kill him? And it's like Batman comes in, he's a zombie, he'll be fine.
That's a good line. I like that. I don't know. They made a lot of lame ass superheroes. So here's what I don't get. You're a superhero, right? How come if you I get it. You don't want to kill everybody because no one wants, oh my God, he kills the bad, oh geez. But like after they break out 4 or 5 times and continue to murder people, can we just pass like a rule, like about the 8th time they wipe out a bunch of people? Can we just eradicate them, please?
Well, that's kind of my whole thing with Batman. Now, I get Batman's not wanting to kill. Batman wants to save everybody. He really does. He wants to save everybody, and it's kind of they've gotten into it a lot more recently with some of the more animated the animated series. They got into it, The Killing Joke, Red Hood. When Todd Reed, I think that was the kid's name. He was the second Robin. The Joker just at one point just beat the bloody shit out of this kid.
Wouldn't you be mad?
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. The kid comes back as the Red Hood, and he wants to kill the Joker, and he's got him, and he's all ready, and Batman shows up, and Todd Reed just goes off on him. It's like, you let him do this to me. You don't put him down. And honestly, if you go through it, I mean, the Joker's like got a body count over 1 million if you count up all of them over the years. And Batman goes into this. It's like, I could, but then it wouldn't stop.
Yeah, it would. I
understand that you don't want to open that door. I get
he's
Batman's
saying he could stop killing people?
Right. I get Batman's reluctance.
Then maybe Batman's a psychopath.
But, well, yeah, he dresses up as a bat. I mean,
I'm just saying, I think he's a psychopath.
But, the Joker, I think you kind of got to kill the Joker.
Yeah, I mean, he's killed a lot of people.
Now, admittedly, he did kill the Joker in one of the iterations in Frank Miller's it's the one when it's like 20 years in the future. The Dark Knight Falls. I think it was Dark Knight Falls.
One of the graphic novels?
Yeah. The graphic novels from the 90s. Well, the one where he just beats the shit out of Superman.
You got to add a little. There are some guys you need to whack out.
Yeah, and the Joker's one of them.
And Joker's just, I mean, again, I didn't watch the last season of Gotham yet. I know what happens. But I did like Gotham, the TV show, only because they went in a different direction with certain characters. Where they did it right, because I have to tell you honestly, if Gordon died, I didn't give a shit. I couldn't stand his character. I hated Gordon. Not that I liked his partner. I liked him. I liked the Penguin was awesome in the TV show, in the Gotham. And the Riddler, he was funny, but the Penguin was the best character. And the Penguin, they did it right where they made him, and he did horrible things, but I was like, it's okay. He didn't mean to do it. And he had the best line.
I hated Danny DeVito's Penguin.
Oh, I didn't like. Yeah, bad. I'll tell you, we've talked about this before. I was very excited for when they brought Batman back with Jack Nicholson, right? Jack Nicholson, right? Because Nicholas is the golfer.
That would have been funny.
Right? Yeah. So Jack Nicholson. I heard so much about that movie that by the time I watched it, because I was so bummed out because I was sick, and it was just one of those weird. I didn't go after my friends went. I didn't want to go. You know what I mean? So I'll wait till it come out on tape. So it comes out on VCR. VCRs were things you put in this other clunky machine. You watched a movie. People, stay with Uncle Al. It's retro time with Uncle Al. And I think I built the movie up so much that when I sat there and I watched it,
you were disappointed by the mythos that you had created
in my own mind. Now, had I not built it up, because I was so excited they're bringing Batman back in the clips, I liked all the commercials and stuff. And but now my favorite Batman still is the one with Heath Ledger. It was very entertaining. I know you like the other Sisto, whatever the hell his name is, that no one likes. Jared Leto or whatever.
Jared Leto. Well, my problem is with Heath Ledger. He did the character that he was doing really well. It wasn't the Joker.
Okay, I'll take
the character he did.
Yeah,
was fine. It's just it wasn't the Joker. There was no comedy or humor in anything Heath Ledger did. He was just an anarchist.
Yeah,
with a bad skin complexion. I mean, he did not personify. It was
kind of funny when he said, "You want to see me make this pen or pencil disappear?"
All right, that was
funny.
And never hit him in the head because okay, two funny things, but honestly, it wasn't the Joker.
I'm going to still tell you besides the Gotham, the TV show, in which I love the Penguin's character. The original, the Boom Bam series and that movie with the fake shark on the guy, that will make you laugh. And that's what a movie's about, making it enjoyable. Dog says, Michael Keaton should do Mr. Mom too. I liked Mr. Mom. The only thing I like about DC is Batman and a little bit about the Flash, like Flashpoint Paradox. Oh, I clicked on that already. Sorry. Clinton asks, OG, you were looking for the 1966 Joker. Jack Nicholson played him with dark humor.
No, 1966 was Cesar Romero.
No, I think he means if you were looking for a 1960. You mean?
Well, even not so much.
He played it more.
Even Cesar Romero's Joker was Joker for the time, but it really wasn't Joker. I mean,
right. I know what you mean. Joker is really
Mark Hamill's Joker.
Yeah,
I mean, when you get down to it,
I heard a lot of people, and they
Nightfall. All the 90s Joker to me is the Joker. And granted, Heath Ledger's Joker was in the 90s, but I don't fault Heath Ledger. I just think whoever wrote the script did such a poor job in writing how the Joker was portrayed that I just can't. That's not the Joker. Nothing in the personality was the Joker.
I think that gives us a good idea for one of our things. We're going to pick a movie and we're going to recast it. I always talk about that in the chat. It will be a little slide, not as the way I do the slideshow.
Yeah.
But I like doing that. We'll have a few ideas like who do we want to recast? And again, we're going to do shit.
Well, even recasting isn't the problem. Like I said, Heath Ledger did the role really well. The role wasn't written for the character, though. So you would have to go back and you would have to rewrite the script.
You're a purist when it comes to me.
I'm a hardcore purist.
Right.
You change anything in canon, and I just get furiously pissed off. I am a purist from the word go. Do not fuck with canon.
With those characters in there, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So for me, because I don't know that, I say, I like that because I thought he did well.
But he did a well job. Yeah,
I understand what you're saying.
Anything away from his acting ability. It's just I blame the writers and the directors who gave him that direction. It's just so.
This is going to make OG very upset.
Oh no.
Keep an eye on the Joaquin Phoenix version. I'm melting.
I refuse to admit that is even a thing.
It could be good.
No.
If he plays the crazy,
no,
like,
no.
Okay.
I don't like Joaquin Phoenix to begin with, so
he was in a movie.
Gladiator, yes, we all
No.
know.
There's another movie with the guy from who's the guy from Wedding Crashers, the taller guy, Vince Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn, yeah.
Vince Vaughn plays a serial killer. It's like this really demented, dark comedy, and he befriends Joaquin Phoenix, and he basically kills everyone Joaquin Phoenix likes, kind of deal, right? Like if you make Joaquin Phoenix mad, he kills you, and then it's this whole really dark. Then at the end, he's gonna kill what clay pigeons, I think it's called. Someone look that up. Clay pigeons. Walk the Line. He was good in that. Johnny Cash, Walk the Line.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the comedic version of that with? I think it's like with what's his face, the guy in Step Brothers.
Yes, that was a hilarious movie.
That is one of the. What
everybody's saying I'm ripping off Bob Dylan. Why isn't anybody saying Bob Dylan's ripping off me?
Yeah, remember when with machete fight?
Yeah,
I killed my brother in a machete fight. But when they ever said, the wife comes home, she goes, "You remarried?" I have needs. I got lonely. I was gone for a week to visit my mother. Just what the hell is that guy's name? He's in Step Brothers with Will Ferrell. That was a funny. What is that? What is that movie called? What is that movie called? Oh shit! Walk to. Oh god. But yeah, they're spoofing Johnny Cash.
Yeah, they're definitely spoofing Johnny Cash hard.
And that's when they did that classic scene 3 times in that movie, or 3 or 4 times, where he would walk in, and Meadows from Saturday Night Live was the drummer, and he'd walk in and be the drug of the decade. Like the first time it's marijuana, he says, "What are you doing? You don't want any of this shit, man." He goes, "What is it?" He goes,
"Marijuana.
It's marijuana, and you smoke it, and it makes you happy, and you laugh, and you just want to eat." And you go, "I want some of that shit." So he takes it. Now the next one in the 60s.
70s, it was cocaine.
Well, no, they did LSD. They did
it was,
in the 60s. And he goes, "You don't want any of this shit, man. Get out of here." Same kind of gag. They walk in the bathroom before a gig. And he goes, "What is it?" He goes, "Man, this shit's good. You take this, you feel like Superman. No one can beat you. I want some of that." Right? So he takes it, and the cops are chasing him, and they arrest him. He's got it. So in the 70s, it's cocaine. They do the same thing. You get really hyper and blah, 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 and you're alert. I want some. So now he's become like a born-again Christian, right?
At the very end of the movie.
At the very end, he swears off drugs, right?
Yep.
So he walks in. They're doing the reunion concert, and he walks in, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. You have to understand, they're all old now, right?" And he goes, "What are you doing?" He goes, "This is a little blue pill, man." He says, "What does it do?" "It makes your pee-pee hard for 4 hours. You want some of this shit?" And he's like, no, I swore off drugs." "Did you hear me? 4 hours." It was just that. It was such good comedy to me. It might be lowbrow humor, but they just how they took that and they did it 4 times. That same scene in the movie was freaking hilarious.
It was. That was
freaking hilarious.
Great.
What the hell was that movie called?
Walk Hard.
Yes, that is an underrated comedy. You know what another good comedy was? Will Ferrell and Sadat. What the hell's the guy who was in? He's got that weird the Greek name. Sadat. Oh God, he was in not Bachelor Party. What the hell is that called? When they go to Vegas. But anyway, it's a political comedy, right? So he tells his family, he's going to run as a Republican nominee to run against the Democrat. It's like in North Carolina. And everyone likes him. He's a nice guy. And his father's a power broker. And his father hates his guts because he's just a nice guy. He's very feminine, but he's married. He's just very nice. He's effeminate. He comes off feminine. Anyway. So he sits down with his family. He goes, "Now listen." He says, the media is going to be coming around. So I need to know, is there anything that they can dig up on us? I know there ain't nothing on me, which is true. There's nothing on him, right? So he asked his son. He goes, now, is there anything you want to tell me? And the kid just starts, I touch myself. He goes, okay, let's stop that. I didn't need to know that, but let's stop that. So he keeps going around. Everyone's saying all these things, right? And as he looks at his wife, goes, you did what? You know, like she steals and shit or whatever. I forgot whatever he said. And then he get back to the kid. He goes, I forgot, like he watched some weird, not even like a show that should, you know, like he goes, I watched Animal Planet and I touched myself. And like, okay, you got to stop doing that. I think it's called The Race. I don't remember it. Will Ferrell and that guy, they're hilarious. Another underrated comedy. I mean, freaking funny. Oh, man. I can't remember the name of that. Nick Papagerio. No, that's not his name. But it's Greek. That sounds Greek. Oh, Nick. He was in that movie, the Las Vegas movie. Come on, everyone liked that movie. Someone knows the movie in the chat. They go on the bachelor party, and he gets them all messed up, and they don't remember what happened. There he is. Comics with Bueller. How you doing, my friend? Now I have to raise my head up. Check out that great channel. Please subscribe to Comics with Bueller. Love him. Good friend, good friend. I was in his chat at 3 something in the morning. Then I finally passed out. Thank you, Felicia. Thank God.
Hangover. Okay.
Yeah. Hangover. Oh my God, I was having an aneurysm. I can't remember movies anymore. I'm like, that guy was in that movie.
It's a sign of getting old, Al.
Yeah. So that guy who was the brother-in-law. I thought the second one was funnier, to be honest. That's the same thing. In that first movie, I heard so much about it that when I watched it, I was like, yeah, it's okay. Now, grant you, when the fat kid tasered him in the balls, that was funny. That was funny, man. So, Devin, what's an underrated comedy that you like?
I don't watch a lot of comedies. I don't watch a lot of movies. Animal House. It's not really underrated. It's not underrated. It's not underrated. It's quite.
You know what's funny? The guy who plays Tim Matheson, he is in a ton of Western TV shows in the 60s because I watched him with my father, right? I'm like, that's Tim Matheson, and it's just hilarious to see him.
It's about the only thing they did in the 60s was Westerns.
Clinton. I'm not talking about Will Ferrell. I'm talking about the bearded guy who's in the movie with Will Ferrell, the political movie. Yeah, I know Will Ferrell's not in The Hangover. Clinton's yelling at me already. Hell, you dumbass. I'm not saying that. It's Nick Fletcher, whatever the hell his name is. Sakrilakis. I saw his comedy. He did a comedy thing for Netflix. So, again, you got to like his kind of strange shtick, right? So he actually can play like classical piano. And he's playing the piano, and he's like, can we get I got 3 black guys over there. Can you move them up more so it looks like I have a different demographic? And take those old people, too many of them, move them in back. It was just funny. I mean, it's all, yes, that's who I'm talking about. Clinton's with the program.
Oh, okay.
Zach Griffin. Death to Smoochie. That was actually pretty funny. Robin, it was horrible, but it was okay. Made me laugh. Robin Williams.
I'm not a judge of comedies because to me, Pulp Fiction is a comedy.
A lot of funny stuff in Pulp Fiction.
That's why it's a comedy.
Pulp Fiction's hilarious. Now there's death and murder. That's what I like about Guy Ritchie films, the good ones. Guy Ritchie makes those English gangster movies. Snatch, Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. And I have the other one. He's made another one. I didn't like. Well, he made some crappy movies when he was married to Madonna because she's like the killer of souls. It's true. Don't go near Madonna. But he always has his best shtick is when he does the gangster movies. And it's the same formula. They're all bad guys, but there's the likable bad guy who is just the everyday person, and he's a criminal, and he's not going to bother you. And then as you go up the chain of command, they get worse. And he does a great job with that. Guy Ritchie, highly recommend his movies. If you see my cover photo in
Facebook,
I'm banned from Facebook. Doesn't he know
You're
that?
not banned. You just need to put in a different last name.
You can't put FU?
No. Well, maybe if you're Asian, you could get away with that.
But... Oh, remember the time when that plane crashed? You know, right? Are you telling me?
And the idiots on CNN ran those fake names because they were being trolled.
Fake names because they're stupid. Are you kidding me? No one watched that.
Oh, I remember it.
No. I'm just saying, this is the people giving you your news. They can't think for themselves. They're stupid.
Oh, because they need to get the
teleprompter,
the first one out. So.
Flying too low. Are you what? Gonna go boom or whatever? I mean, people died. They're like, they got beat by that. Surely you can't be serious. Do you know that's the first comedy he did? Because oh my God, I'm brain dead today. The guy from Airplane.
You're drinking vodka.
I'm not drinking vodka. I wish I was drinking vodka.
I don't believe you.
It's water. I need vodka to clear my brain.
Well, it's like in another one, Liam Neeson. He was a straight up actor. He did straight roles, and then he started doing comedies.
Remember Taken? The movie Taken?
Oh, not Liam Neeson. Friggin'.
I know who you mean. But I'm just saying, did you ever see the movie Taken?
No.
Okay, the whole gist of Taken is...
I know the gist of it. I've seen the highlights on YouTube.
My point is, about the third time your kids keep getting taken or whatever, your wife, and just let them get taken. They're idiots. They don't listen anyway. What was a funny part, and it's not funny, but what the funny part in that movie is, her friend gets taken too. Dies from an overdose because they're trying to make him into sex slaves, right? And no one mentions her at the end. I'm like, well, Princess is back home. And the mother, right? The mother, you don't know what you're talking about. She can go wherever she wants. She doesn't need to be chaperoned. Nothing's going to happen to my little angel. I'm like,
4 movies later.
Oh, horrible movies. First one was entertaining, sort of, but he did a funny thing on Saturday Night Live where he did a quick skit. They didn't even tell you he was in the show. And he's in the supermarket, and he did the whole, I have a particular set of skills. It's kind of funny. Another funny Saturday Night Live skit when Charlton Heston was on, and he played the crazy old guy working in the supermarket, and the young assistant manager comes over to yell at him, and he's like, why don't you just retire? He goes, yeah, I think I will. You know what I like to do? It's like, no, I don't care. I'm going to tell you. I'd like to take someone who's young and arrogant like you. I have this cabin in the woods. And no one can hear if you scream. And the guy's like, what? You're like, yeah. Do you want to be skinned alive? It's just like, he's like, yeah, okay, leave me alone. And he was like marking down prices for people. They're like, I can't afford this. He's like, no, you can. It's $1. It's just, I don't know. Chuck had a good sense of humor. I like Charlton Heston. Do you remember the movie Wayne's World, I think it was, and they were spoofing the Mrs. Robinson. Remember the wedding thing? And he stops at the convenience store to ask for directions. And he says, we couldn't get a better actor than this. And then Charlton Heston comes out and does the scene. He goes, and he looks at the camera. Mike Myers goes, that's what I'm talking about. So you can have a sense of humor and disagree with one another probably on other things. It's okay.
I enjoyed Mrs. Robinson.
That's a great movie, right? That's the movie, right? The Graduate. Yeah,
Mrs. Robinson was.
If you've not seen The Graduate, thank you. Thank God Dog's here.
Yeah, like I said, he's smarter than both of us put together.
Yeah,
so.
The Graduate's an excellent movie. That is. Remember when the husband's like, "Go out and have a fling," and I'm like, "He's banging your wife. He's having a fling. He's banged her 5 sides from tomorrow." I mean, I think they've done it every which way but loose, including with an orangutan in the room. Then remember. The daughter. Devin's back. Froze up. Yep. Remember the daughter?
It flipped on me a little, or it lagged on me.
The one who played the daughter, she was in Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful woman. Remember he took her to a strip joint to try to make her not like him? Jesus Christ. I told you not to take my dog. Mrs. Robinson was a psychopath. Now, her husband was the mayor where? Come on, you know this. Her husband in The Graduate played the mayor in a movie. A very famous movie.
I don't know.
Oh, you know.
Oh, I probably do, but I don't know.
I will give you a hint. Katharine Ross is her name. She was gorgeous. Beautiful eyes. I never dated her, though, I swear to God. He was a mayor in a very popular summer blockbuster.
Dirty
the guy
Dancing?
who played what?
Dirty Dancing?
No, you're not close. You're not close. The husband of Mrs. Robinson. Look okay. Know. Let's see if this.
Dog probably knows, but I don't.
Think of that. Look at that. What does that look like?
2 eyebrows.
Okay. All right, that didn't help. I don't know if it was a clue.
2 mountain peaks.
Dun dun. Dun dun.
Okay.
It was the mayor in Jaws.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
And Mr. Roper's in that movie too.
Yep.
Mr. Roper's a land guy. That's a landlord guy. That's how he got the part for
Three's Company.
Yeah, Three's Company was such a good show.
No, I enjoyed it at the time, but I can't go back and watch it now.
No, it's not. Very few. Oh, that's a good question. As we're coming up on 2 hours, we'll go a little longer, which means 4. What shows still hold up? And again, we have a little diversity. Probably the youngest person in this chat is Felicia. And she says, I'm 25. I've never seen The Graduate. Oh, it's a great movie, Felicia. You got to watch it. What shows?
Remember the Simon and Garfunkel song?
Here's to you, Mrs. Robinson. Great song.
Jesus loves the way. Yeah.
Where have you gone, Joe DiMaggio? Joe has gone and has gone away. Something like that. Yeah. Hey. That's a great song.
Not one of their best, but it's
a good song. You know what a good song is? Do you ever hear the zoo song they do at the zoo? Orangutans are skeptical of changes in their cages, and the zookeeper's very fond of rum. Zebras are reactionary, and so on and so forth. Then there's the hooker song, Cecilia.
No.
It's a hooker song.
No, it's not.
It's a hooker song.
No, it's not.
I think it's a hooker song.
No, Cecilia was there.
The hooker that they purchased.
I know what you're I'm trying to. I think it was Art was his girlfriend at the time.
Art never had a girlfriend. Did you see his hair? Come on.
That was the set. Well,
he was off. He had the weirdest. He should have been on our afro thing.
Oh yeah, that
I just thought
3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
No, Cecilia was. It was
a hooker.
No, she wasn't.
I'm telling you, it was a hooker.
No. I'm trying to. Okay, because he wrote several songs about his girlfriend. At the time.
I know. I'm just joking.
And she was like 17 years old, and she toured with him for a few months, but she was from England originally. Yeah. And
Art Garfunkel was a dirty, dirty bastard.
He was serious. Well, it was the 60s too.
He's like, how old are you? 12? Art, come on. The Boxer. Yes. Great. That, you know what? That is the best. I think, yes. Song. Great song. Great song. Okay. You can throw those out there too. But what show still, to me, Barney Miller still holds up. I love Barney Miller. Excuse me. Just nod your head. Yes. I need to just say yes. Good. That's how the show works. I say something. Everyone agrees.
I agree.
No, I like Barney Miller still. To me, it holds up.
MASH.
Yeah, MASH is excellent. That is a great one. Clinton says, which means you probably never saw Mad World or, oh my God, the Russians are coming. That is a very funny movie, and that was
Yes,
like
it is.
Maine. Were they in Maine or
They
Cape
were?
Cod?
Yeah, it was the
Maine or Cape
Northeast
Cod or some crap like
yeah.
that. That was a good movie. The Russians Are Coming. That was a good one. Underrated comedy, definitely. That was a fun movie. Mad World's fun. I like that movie. MASH. Clinton Says MASH. Yeah, that's, you know what? That's the best one. MASH has held up. Dukes of Hazzard, not so much. Columbo, I like.
Columbo.
I
like
when Columbo goes, one last question.
One more thing.
I don't mean to bother you, but tell me again. How does that work? Yeah. You know,
the funny thing, you know, they did more Columbo episodes in the 90s, right?
Hello, Will. Well, they made those movies. They made those.
They did movies, but they brought
them back.
Yeah, in the 90s. The funny thing is, the exact same jacket he had when he was in the 70s.
Remember the crappy car?
Car, yes.
He did one. It was so good. I forgot who the bad guy was. It was, I remember Dick Van Dyke played the bad guy, which was incredible. I never seen this one. I haven't seen all the Columbos, but I was like, whoa, this is pretty cool. And I'm watching it, right? And Dick Van Dyke killed his wife, and he was a photographer, like a world-renowned photographer.
Mm-hmm.
And he knew he could get him. And he goaded him in, he conned him into
proving which camera
it was.
Taken. Yep.
And he goes, when he got him, he goes, you're going to convict me on evidence that, he goes, oh, that makes sense, but I can't because I ruined the negative. But he goes, well, do you have the original? He goes, but, do we have the original? I think if we have the original camera, you can get it from that. And he goes and he grabs the original camera.
Yep, out of all this wall of cameras.
And he turns, remember, Columbo goes, you're a witness to it. He had like two plain clothes men and a officer in a uniform. You're a witness to what he did. Correct. Yep. I saw it, Lieutenant. And they all go, I saw it, Lieutenant. He goes, if you weren't there and you didn't murder your wife, how do you know?
How'd you know which
camera it was? He goes, you knew I would do that. Yeah, I did. He was great. Columbo was the best.
Columbo was awesome, super. I love old Columbo episodes. I'll still sit down and watch. Now, his wife, the spinoff show that she had.
I don't remember that one.
Columbo was only on. Yeah, Columbo his wife had her own TV show. It was Kate Muldoon.
Who played his wife?
Kate Muldoon.
I don't recognize her or the
name. The chick who was the captain of Voyager.
Oh, okay.
Yep. She played his wife, and it was for like 2 seasons or like a season and a half in 71, 72. It didn't go over real well. Yeah, it didn't.
I also like the Rockford Files.
Rockford Files was
Rockford Files. Remember Angel? Jimmy, tell me, you really did rob that bank? No. That was a early on they would do that, and then every once in a while they bring it back. But early on, the earliest seasons, and Angel was not how would they call that type of character? Reoccurring, but not all the time.
Yeah.
But you knew it was when he was on. There was some good comedy, and Rockford Files to me was a true detective because he got the shit kicked out of him all the time.
Yeah, and he lived in a trailer.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't make money. It was hilarious, right? And so, but the whole thing, he's like, Jimmy, you robbed that bank, right, Jimmy? Like, no, I got pardoned from the governor. This is me, Angel. You could tell me, it's.
You remember Vegas, Dan Tana.
That was a good one. I like that. Mm-hmm. That was what was his real? He passed away from Robert Urich, who was also on SWAT. Remember SWAT? That doesn't hold up. He was the worst sniper guy ever. He missed every freaking shot.
Emergency 911. It was because both of them came on at the same or right after each other. It was emergency 911 and then SWAT right after that.
Was emergency 911 cops or were they the fire truck?
No, it was the fire truck people. It was the emergency response people.
Yep. Okay.
And the hospital people.
Yep.
Yeah. Yes. But I always thought Vegas was cool because the garage was right. He drove the car right into the house and the garage was right there at the living room. I always thought that was the coolest thing. My dad thought it was moronic and stupid, but
Vegas, I forgot about that one. Yeah, I like that one. I went to Magnum PI later because I was a Rockford Files guy, and I just I'm not watching another detective show until this show's done. I'm a loyalist. I'm a Rockford. file guy. Spencer for Hire. Who the hell was I? That's
I remember Spencer for
Who's
Hire.
in that one? That one, I remember the name.
I can see him, but I can't place him.
Is Spencer for Hire? What were the two guys, the brothers? Fred Dreyer was one of them. He was a football player. That wasn't Spencer for Hire, was it?
Hang on. Robert Urich.
Yep, that's Dantana.
Yep. And
Turk
and he was
182.
Spencer for Hire. Yep.
That was I remember that movie.
Turk 182. Yeah, I didn't see it.
Timothy Hutton is in that one. They were. Shit, I can't remember that. You remember Tales of the Golden Monkey? Pure ripoff of Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones. Yep.
And I ate that shit up every Friday. Bowl of popcorn in front of that TV. Remember he had the dog with the patch on his eye?
Well, that was Bruce Campbell.
No.
Wasn't Bruce Campbell?
No, it was
what was Bruce Campbell's adventure movie he did, or series he did?
He was on Burn Notice. Bruce Campbell's on Burn
Yeah,
Notice.
yeah, but back in the early 80s, Bruce Campbell also had a ripoff of Indiana Jones 30s pulp.
Oh, I don't remember that. That guy was not Bruce Campbell, though. I'm positive of it.
Okay.
We can. Oh, Porky's. Okay, I'm going to tell you something about Porky's. Evil Dead was awesome with Bruce Campbell.
Well, anything with Bruce Campbell.
I love Bruce Campbell. Did you ever see Bubba Hotep?
No, but I know what the plot of it is.
Oh my God, you got to watch that. It is. He thinks he's Elvis, and
yes.
Ozzy. Oh God, a very good actor, very African American. Ozzy Davis thinks he's John F. Kennedy. They're in they're in a nut house for old people. Oh, it's a great movie.
Yeah.
Funny, good stuff. So in Porky's, the shower scene's still freaking hilarious. Is she coming? Oh, she's coming for it. That is the movie. The whole movie doesn't hold up, but those like certain scenes.
Oh no, that is a movie that they could not remake today.
So that would get close to an X rating today.
Well, not only that, it just wouldn't get made. There's no way Hollywood would touch that with a 10-foot pole.
There was a lot of dam making, if you understand what I'm saying. You saw a lot of dams. What makes a dam? Exactly. That was funny. When she ever grabbed his wee-wee, and she went boom, and he was like, tears rolling down my eyes.
Well, and the funny thing is, Porky's was to the 70s what American Pie was to the 90s, really, when you get down to
American Pie, the first one, freaking hilarious.
Never saw him.
I think you'd like the first one.
I mean, I've seen bits and pieces, and I know enough. I've caught YouTube clips and stuff, which I've done. Well, what I've done with most movies, but
Felicia says it was dirty. Yeah, it was raunchy, Porky's. It wasn't for everybody. If you don't like that type of comedy, you're not gonna like it. When you're a kid, you like it. It was funny, and there's nudity. And if you're a guy, nudity.
That's all you need.
I watch slasher movies just because I hated slasher movies. I'm like, I hope they don't kill them too quick. She's pretty hot looking. I'm enjoying watching her.
Friday the 13th,
Oh my God.
one of the teen couples are going to have sex and you're going to see boobies.
And then they're going to get shivved in an awkward position. And you're going to feel funny for your thoughts, but you don't care. So Webster's mom was... You are correct. Webster's mom's in Porky's. You remember the scene? Do you remember the scene she was in Porky's? Remember when they were scaring all the other guys? They had the guy come in, why are you with my wife? And he had a machete.
Okay, yeah, I remember the scene now.
I think that's the scene. That's right, Webster's mom. Here's one that will disturb you. Have we all seen Slapshot?
Yeah, the Hanson twins. The Hanson brothers.
Okay. Remember
Hanson twins.
Paul Newman sleeping with a woman, right? And she says how she's had a lesbian affair. That's the mother in Christmas Story. I got to see her boobs. I remember watching Christmas Story going,
That frame looks familiar.
I go, I don't care if she's wearing that dress. I know who this is. And I've seen her naked, at least from the chest up. Yep. That was Clinton Parks, the Rear Admiral, as he likes to be called. Cherry Forever. That was Webster's mom's name. That was yeah, Porky's. But Animal House to me is still the classic.
Oh, it is.
Animal House is so many great. Can we dance with your dates? Funny. And they just leave them right there, just like all of us would. We're like, yeah, we don't know these girls.
Was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? The Germans bombed Pearl Harbor.
He's on a roll. Let him go. Remember when they put the horse in Dean Wormer's office, and they tell it's a they tell him to shoot the horse, and they gave him blanks on top of it. He goes, "There's blanks in the gun, right?" He goes, "Oh yeah, blanks." Because D-Day had come out of the military. He was the oldest one.
Yep.
And he came. You assume because he was in the. They actually do say he was in the military. Like that's why they called him D-Day. He actually served in the military, and he was there on that like the college. You assume he's on there like the GI Bill, and he never wants to leave because he likes college, right? And so he gives it, and then Flounder can't even shoot the horse. He points at the thing, and the horse has a heart attack. And John Belushi's like, "What the?" Or holy shit, I can't remember what he said. It's either he goes, "I thought you said there were blanks in the gun." He goes, "I didn't even point. The guy pointed in there." And then the guy comes in, the mayor of the city, the town, and there's oh my God. W. Voggs, our good friend Will, Caddyshack. D-Day was in the last Wildcats and the last boy. What's his name? He got very heavy as he got older.
Happens to most of us.
No, but he got really obese. I didn't even think it was him until I was like, holy crap, that's him. Caddyshack is excellent. Now, Caddyshack has so many good scenes. Again, if we had to go sports movies, like not serious sports movies, but and I put Bad News Bears in there as a comedy, but they had some serious moments about that movie really is not a comedy. It's a very important things touched upon there, but they do it in a comic sort of fashion about the fanatical coach. And it's well done, the original. So I'd have to say, like, when it comes to movies like that, Bad News Bears, the original, Caddyshack, I mean, like a sports kind of funny movie. It's Caddyshack. It's about golf, so you have to say. And again, I just watched it with Nurse Teresa. She had never seen Waterboy. And again, goofy comedy, but my God, it makes you laugh. And if a movie makes you laugh, it's a good movie. Coach Klein says it's okay to fight back. Oh man, Caddyshack.
Happy Gilmore.
That's that grew on me. I actually liked Happy Gilmore. At first, I was like,
The fight scene with Bob Barker.
That was. You remember he goes, "Who's the bitch now?" After Bob Barker kicks his ass. Little Giants was a cute movie. Sandlot's pretty good. I just watched that again. But Bad News Bears is still, and Slapshot. So, like, if I had to pick three sort of comedy sports movies, and Major Leagues is pretty good. I don't want to, but definitely Bad News Bears. Slapshot's just awesome. And Caddyshack. The whole, you want me to what? I want you to kill all the Gophers. You want me to kill all the Gophers? The Gophers! Won't we go to jail if I kill all the Gophers? Not the Gophers! Remember? Yeah, speak English,
I'm all right. Nobody worry about me.
That's Loggins and Musina, I believe.
Yep.
Great song. There's something about Caddyshack. It's just that's a very funny movie.
Well, look at who's in it. Bill Murray,
you got Chevy
Dan
Chase,
Aykroyd.
Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd's in the second one, which wasn't so bueno. Ted Knight, Rodney Dangerfield,
yeah.
Bill Murray's brother,
No.
who actually wrote him and they wrote, I think and it's loosely based on Bill Murray's Chevy Chase. It's loosely based on Bill Murray and his brother's experience as caddies, because they grew up working class neighborhood, and that's how they made their money in the summer. They caddied. That man, yeah. I don't know if you had to remake that one, who you'd get now. I mean, you could still get Bill Murray but like, who would play Bill Murray? Like the groundskeeper. You can't pick Bill Murray.
I don't know enough of the actors in the last 20 years to be able to even say. I mean, I just do not watch movies anymore. So
the football scene in Horse Feathers, that is the Marx Brothers, I believe. I believe that's the Marx, and that was funny. Marx Brothers got away with more crap. That was incredible what they got past the censors. That's like the Three Stooges actually said pussy, and they went cat, and they just wanted to see if they could get it past the censors, and they did, because they got pissed at the censors for cutting some of their stuff, because they actually cut some of it, like they're like, oh, it's too violent. It's a Three Stooges. One of my favorite stories about the Three Stooges, but it was the one they made, and again, some people didn't like it. I enjoyed it. The two brothers who made Something About Mary, who I never remember their names, they're huge Three Stooges fans, and forever they're trying to make a Three Stooges movie for kids. They wanted kids to enjoy the Three Stooges. Now, they make R-rated comedies, right?
Yeah, I remember that was 15, 20 years ago.
Yeah, they made a Three Stooges movie, and it was cute. Yeah. I went with my nephews and my little cousins, and we all enjoyed it. And the Farley brothers, thank you.
All right, Farley brothers. Yeah.
Thank you. So, and it's a cute movie, and they threw a little like a little TNA in there for the adults, right? And some parts got cut out because I end up renting the DVD to see the parts that got cut out. And you're like, really? They got mad at this stuff? So they were doing an interview on WEEI because they were big fans of the Farley brothers then. It's the only time I would listen. And so they're telling, and one of the brothers is like a bodybuilder type, and the other guy looks not a bodybuilder type, right? And so I think they had them both on, and the guy's like, I don't know which brother it was. He goes, yeah, they made us cut out these scenes. And he goes, they're a little risque, but they're little TNA scenes, nothing. Kids laugh at it, right? There are worse things. We did, and we're sitting there going, really? This bothers you? This bothers you? Wow. And they made them cut it out, right? So, and he goes, we show all these scenes on the DVD thing. But the other thing was, so they're trying to pitch the movie and no one wants to do the movie. No one likes the Stooges. They go, and they're saying, what are you talking about? We still watch the Stooges. Everyone watches the Stooges. And I guess they're New England guys, and the Stooges are still on in this area. You can watch them on Saturday
mornings, usually Saturdays or Sundays. Yeah,
we watch them on. You can watch them on. I have all that on DVD anyway. But I'm saying it's something about just turning the TV on. It's something like the Looney Tunes. Yeah, I can watch it on, but when you turn it on, it's on. It's gonna be a sad day when the Stooges aren't on either. I'm not saying I watch it all the time, but you sit there, I can giggle a bit, right? And so they're trying to pitch the movie, and no studio wants to do it. And they go, we're going to do this movie when we become big enough, because they started to have hits, right? We'll do it ourselves. So they go to pitch the movie again. And they go, yeah, we like it. We like your idea about breaking it up into 3 shorts, just like a studio. So it's going to be an hour and 20-minute movie, but it's done in 3 shorts, right? And so they go, we want you to use Sean Penn, Benicio del Toro, and somebody else. And they're looking at them going, no, we got these guys. Who are those guys? They look like the Stooges. They understand it. We're already working. Like these are the guys we're going to use. And they go, we're not going to do it. Now they want to make the movie so bad. They go, fine, let us talk to them. So Sean Penn goes, yeah, I got this idea for Mo. I actually could picture Sean Penn playing Mo, just in that weird, because he would get into the role and he could do the mannerisms, right? And they said that he goes, and then he kept. So they give him the script. And so Sean Penn would call him and go, I want to say it this way. And he's like, have you ever watched the Three Stooges? They don't swear. Do you understand? We want to make a G rate, for kids. And they're this, you know, and so this happens with all the actors. You want it, well, we're going to do it this way. And the studio goes, why don't you do this? That's why when they said you cut this part out, when you want us to make an R-rated movie, right? With the Stooges, when we're like, no, it's the Stooges. We're not making an R-rated movie. And you cut this part out. So they go back and forth, and finally they get aggravated. They go, screw you. We'll wait. And then they make another couple of big hits. And now they're like, we're doing the movie our way. You want us to do, and he said, we cut a deal with them. I forgot what movie. You want us to do this movie. Well, you're going to let us do the Stooges our way. And they did. And it was funny. It was cute. And they cut out these certain scenes. And the other thing I remember, Devin, this is unbelievable. The brother who was the bodybuilder type, because it's the whatever they showed the movie to said it's pretty violent. And again, they look at the guy, goes, it's the Stooges, it's slapstick comedy. And they go, you're going to have to give, they actually had to give a warning. He gave, you know, like before the movie started, saying, kids, this is fake. This is a fake hammer. And he went like this, and he hit himself with it. Don't do it. And they really, and they were pissed that they had to do that. They're like, we don't understand, but we'll do it. You know, I think our audience, the little kids will know, but we'll do it. We'll do it, you know. And that's why, again, they got pissed. Like, really? You made it? And it was the woman who's on Modern Family, who's married to Al Bundy. I don't know if she's a very lovely, lovely woman.
Yeah, lovely,
beautiful. She's in this Stooges movie, and they there's a couple of scenes where a little risque, and they made him cut that. They still had a little bit, but the one they did was they had a nun walk by in like this skimpy, and she was hot, and they were like, you can't do that. It's a gag. It's funny because you wouldn't expect that. Like, she goes, you know, they're like, you know, they're all like, they made them cut that too. But yeah, I like the Farley brothers. They did a movie where Matt Damon, I think it was Greg Kinnear. Is it not Greg? I can't remember now. But they were like they were conjoined twins. I think that was pretty. Did you ever see The Ringer with Johnny Knoxville? No. Where they try to fix the Special Olympics? No. I don't know who did that movie, but it was freaking funny. That was freaking funny. Stuck on You. That's the name of the movie I was thinking. Thank you, dog. Franks and Beans. This scene here in Something About Mary nearly gave Al Red Sox fan a heart attack from laughing so loud. You ever get the laugh where nothing comes out? You're like, that's that. Jeffy. This is from when they try to fix. I don't know if they did that movie, but it was freaking funny. Ringer. And the whole point of it is the uncle is a degenerate gambler, right? And he you know, he needs money. And he goes to his nephew and he finds out that the guy the bookie owes the money to loves the Special Olympics. Like, there's an athlete who's being promoted like by Nike or something, a Special Olympian, and they bet on this, right? And he goes to this, and he says, I bet you that kid doesn't win. He goes, that kid wins all the time. And I'm not going to use the terminology I use because it's, you know, I'm not going to use it. But it's funny. In the movie content, you would never say that in real life because that would be not right. But it's a comedy, so you kind of laugh. It's funny. So he goes back. He goes, listen, you got to help me. He goes, what? And he needed money anyway because he got a promotion at work, and he had to fire the maintenance guy, and he didn't want to do it. So instead of firing the maintenance guy, who was clumsy and an idiot, he goes, listen, I know your wife had her 8th child. You know, it was like this whole thing. He says, he goes, am I getting fired? No, something better. You're going to come work for me, right? So he basically hired the guy because he felt bad to do work around his house and yard. And the guy, in the background, you see the guy, you hear the lawnmower stop, right? And you know the guy's an idiot, right? And you're sitting there going, and he's on the phone talking to someone. And he looks over and he's like, and you could see in the background, he's like, and you hear, and you're, he chopped his fingers off, right? So he needs money. He needs money to get his finger, you know, like to pay for the bill. But we have insurance. He's like, yeah, you have insurance. There's no insurance. The guy's just making him do odd jobs around the house, paying him because he feels bad. He lost his job. And that's where it comes in, where their uncle needs the money because he owes the bookie a ton of money. And they try to fix the Special Olympics. He goes to his nephew. who's Johnny Knoxville. It's really funny. He goes, you liked acting in school. You could act like them. What do you mean like them? Like them. You know how they act. It's like, he's like, really? Man. Auto shutdown. Enabled. Let's see if we can.
Stop it.
The gremlins have been stopped. The gremlins have been stopped. Anyway, so they bet on the Special Olympics. He pretends to be a special needs athlete. It's horrible. It's funny, though. So, anyway. All righty, we're coming to an end of Chat with Al after we just went through all these comedies that no one watched, except for Dog. At the Hip.
Yeah, but see, Dog watches everything.
Dog has all knowledge. Dog is the real wizard.
He is.
I'm not talking about the Grand Wizard of Wrestling. I'm talking about the real wizard. If Dog was in charge of Oz, there'd be no witches, good, bad, green, purple, yellow, because you know what? We don't need those bitches. They're gone. And you know when Dog says, don't look behind the curtain, you better not. You're going to get bit. All right. Well, thank you to everyone in the chat. We had a lot of fun. It was off the cuff right away. OG says, what we're going to talk about. I said, well, we'll figure it out when we get there. It was a fun ride.
The meandering path, but we always get to where we're going.
We take the road less traveled pretty much every time we do this show. No slideshow this week because, we got to do that. We'll do it every once in a while. We'll do it. But I do like the slideshows. They're fun. But I think next week it's going to be a different type of slideshow. We're going to do some Westerns and talk about that. So, again, we'll have our jocularity, but just not in that segment. Unless we have a funny... Well, Blazing Saddles might be there.
We always
Blazing Saddles might be there. It's a Western, and there's a ton of jocularity. That movie would never be made ever again.
If we do anything with Blazing Saddles, it'll probably get us banned from YouTube.
Blazing Saddles is freaking funny. We could do a whole thing just on Mel Brooks movies. Blazing Saddles.
We do anything on Mel Brooks movies, we'll probably get banned from YouTube.
Blazing Saddles.
The mayor's secretary.
Oh, no, the governor.
The governor, right.
Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. Yeah, bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. Oh, my God. Remember he did the cross-eyed? Remember? I can't. This thing must be broke. This thing must be broke.
Another good one. Young Frankenstein.
Young Frankenstein.
Great comedy.
What was the Star Wars spoof? Spaceballs. That was cute. That movie actually grew on me. Originally, I was like, it's okay. Then the more you watch it, you're like, why can't Mel Brooks do a Star Wars movie? At least it'd be entertaining. History of the World.
History of the World. Roman Red.
Why didn't that pop up? Oh, there we go. Wait. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Putting on the Ritz. Harumph. That's right. Harumph is from Blazing Saddles. All right, so High Anxiety.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember the part?
I saw that in junior high. That was one of the movies they showed as an after-school thing.
Yeah, they would never do that.
Doing showing High Anxiety to a bunch
that
of
had
junior
a lot
hires.
Oh my God, that whole S&M thing with Nurse Diesel and Harvey Korman. We've talked about it before. That is the funniest. You're too loud. You're hitting me too hard. You love it. I know. He's like hanging up on the thing. She's like beating the shit out of him. Are you all right in there, Nurse Diesel? Yes. Remember she had the shoulders up to here. Oh man. And the classic, It's Good to Be King. Remember he's walking around grabbing all the women? It's good to be king. I'm not recommending that, people. Respect everyone. I'm just saying it's a comedy. What else did he do? We could do that, but I like to do westerns.
No, westerns.
Do the westerns.
I
got a bunch of westerns I've seen. I want to talk to Devin about. So, what's one of them you want on there?
Tombstone.
Oh yes, I want Tin Star, and of course Shane. That kid's still annoying, but I love that movie. I watched the end the other day again, and you've lived too long, Riker. I'm like, you fuckers are all gonna get it. Shane ain't messing her. That is one of the best gunfights And they did it. All the gun action in that, the few times there's gunplay in that movie, I think only twice, right, OG?
There's not a lot of shooting in that movie.
It's quick, and that's the way you would envision it. Like, it's not like this. When he ever kills Jack, well, if you haven't seen Shane yet, you ain't watching. So I'm going to tell you, when he kills all the bad guys, I know I talk about it, it's just a great movie. The whole concept, and OG shedded some light on me when I don't know what it was about 3 weeks ago. 4 weeks ago,
a little bit longer than that, but
when you said that, I went recently. And then I watched it again because it's on all the time. And you're right. He's telling
it changes the whole ending of the movie.
Oh, absolutely. He's talking to himself, and then he talks to Joey about be a good kid, don't break. He says words like "be straight," meaning stay on the straight and narrow. Take care of your mom and dad. It's kind of creepy at the end when Joey goes, "Mom wants you. I know it." I'm like, Joey, my God, that's your mom. It's kind of creepy, little Joey. And people are like, he didn't mean it that way. I'm like, oh no, Joey meant it that way. Joey. The funny thing back in the old days, no one gave a shit where their kids were. Just go run along with Shane. He's going to go kill all those people. You go and you say you love them. You just go. Take the little doggy with you. You'll be safe. Run across the water. It's not Ohio. No one put an alligator out there. So, the good, the bad, the ugly, of course. Fistful of dollars, hang 'em high. Nevada. Who is it, Nevada Smith? Why does that sound familiar, but I don't remember it? Oh, they call me Trinity.
Trinity, yeah.
Dog had that. He put a video up. That's the only one I couldn't identify. I asked him, I said, what movie? We got to get Dog on that too. And remember, Will and I, we're going to do a movie thing. It's going to be sports movies, but he's a big fan of the good, the bad, the ugly. So during the week when we do the sports thing, I think we might go twice with Will, talk about little Westerns too. He likes the good, the bad, the ugly, which is a great. Magnificent Seven.
Which version? There's only been like 50,000 of them.
I'm going to tell you something. You might think this is sacrilege. I know I said we're going to stop it.
Akira Kurosawa original version.
Oh, that's a samurai.
That's the samurai.
Samurai story they base it on. Yep. The remake with Denzel Washington was entertaining. I'm not saying it's as good as the first one, but you know what? You care about those guys. You really sit there. And Christopher Pratt, you think he's one of the characters who's gonna make it. And again, if you haven't seen it, you should have. If you're not gonna watch it by now, you're not gonna watch it. And he doesn't make it. But they give him a great, when you get that good ending, like you sit there and go, that's a good ending for that character. He blows up the Gatling gun. The guy's gonna shoot him, and he goes, he's all shot up, right? He goes, one last smoke. And the guy like the guy over there in that crew respected that because he was gutsy, and he goes, yeah, you can have one last smoke. Not realizing he had dynamite with him. He goes, did you see? It's a great scene. He goes,
I've seen the scene, yeah.
He looks up and he goes, because he's always like, I always wanted to blow something. That was his line through the whole thing. I want to blow something up. I like blowing things. He goes, and they all try to burn. It's just a great scene. And they had, again, some good lines in that where, what did they? Oh, the wife's husband gets killed. It's brutal. Again, not the best Western, but they make the point. These people are bastards. There's no redeeming qualities. This isn't Tuco and the good, the bad, the ugly, right? Where you sit there and you go, oh, you kind of like Tuco. And he goes, he goes, what are you looking for? Justice? And she says, no, vengeance. And he goes, vengeance. I'm your man. It was good. I like that. That was Tombstone. Yeah, great movie. How do you feel? And we're going to touch more about this next week. I'm going to do we'll put together some just shots. I'll send them to you and you say, yeah, use this one, use that.
Yep.
And, I want to work on it now. So, but Kevin Costner, Wyatt Earp, I think it was called.
Yeah.
Disappointing to me.
Very disappointing.
It should have been.
I didn't like it. I don't think I even made it through the entire thing.
It's a tough movie. It's a tough movie.
Well, it came out after Tombstone, and it is so hard for anybody to follow up Val Kilmer's role of Doc Holliday.
And Dennis Quaid did not do a bad job.
He didn't do a bad job,
but he's not. He's Val Kilmer. My dad, big Western fan, old school.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
now,
my father's the same way.
He likes Tombstone. My dad always goes, he's not Kirk Douglas. I'm like, I like Dad. I like Kirk Douglas too, but this was pretty good. He's like, it's not Kirk Douglas. I saw one, there's a lot of different versions. I saw one with James Gardner playing Wyatt Earp.
Yeah.
And Jason Robards played Doc Holliday, and he was damn good in it. Different take on it, but it was good. My Darling Clementine. Shit, I want to do this now.
Yeah.
My Darling Clementine, Henry Fonda. Who played Doc Holliday? Was it Victor Mature in that one? Wow, we could just do a thing on that.
John Ford corrected.
Henry Fonda's in My Darling Clementine, I think. Who played Doc Holliday? Is it Victor Mature? Another, my dad, big fan favorite.
Yeah, Victor Mature. Victor Mature. Linda Darnell.
That would be another one we could rate or just talk about. Wow. This is a whole spinoff. This is gonna be like people are gonna be like, chat with Al. He just talks about westerns now. They're still on freaking tunes on Doc Holliday. Okay. Rate your just your opinion. It doesn't mean it's right or wrong. It's our opinions.
No, my opinion's always right.
I agree, because we usually in step. And in fact, I can be wrong sometimes as long as it's to Devin, because I'm like, wow.
You're never wrong, Al.
He's farther that way than I am. Awesome sauce, man.
You're always right in my book, Al.
Okay, so not the movies necessarily, but obviously if you rate the certain things, it's probably the movies. So Val Kilmer as Doc Holliday and Kurt Russell as 1 through 10 or whatever. Kurt Russell as Wyatt Earp.
8.
For both?
Well, if you're just doing Val Kilmer brings everything up to a 10. Doing Doc Holliday brings it all up to a 10.
So to me, Val Kilmer's a 10. I agree.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think about Kurt Russell? 8?
Kurt Russell, he's a solid 8.
Okay, I can see that. I can see that. I really like that movie. I thought it was well done. I think they give you a good thing about the relationship between them two, how much you've really, again, it's interpretation of it. And these are real people who existed. So you can look up certain things. Again, it's a lore, but it's real people who existed.
Yeah.
They did have a good friendship because they were always around each other. And you don't hang around people you don't like. It's just not like that. When you murder for one another, you're in tight. Yeah. Dog says 8 and 10. So let me just ask Dog real quick. Let me ask Dog. The 8 is for who? Is the 8 for Kurt Russell? I think the 8's for Kurt Russell and the 10's for Val Kilmer. So I think we're on. We got to get Dog on this when we do this, because
yeah, his insight would be greatly appreciated.
Okay, so now did you see My Darling Clementine? If
I did, it was so long ago that I don't remember it.
All right, so we won't ask you for that because that's a tougher one. I'll give you mine. A Dog says affirmative about the 8 and the 10. Henry Fonda is a good Wyatt Earp. Solid 7. You could even go 8. Again, disregard the style of the movie making. That we're not talking, because it's a different style.
Yeah.
And I'm real biased towards Henry Fonda now because Tin Star, and then he plays the worst bad guy on the face of the earth with Once Upon a Time in the West. So I'll say 7 because it's been a while since I've seen, but solid 7. Could be an 8. Victor Mature, 7, but more towards the lower version of a 7. Entertaining, though. Entertaining. Okay, next one. This is going to be good because it can be good. Kevin Costner as Wyatt Earp. Boring as hell. And Dennis Quaid as Doc Holliday.
Now, Dennis Quaid did a lot better job than Kevin Costner. And I'm not a Kevin Costner fan to begin with. I never have been. Kevin Costner's role, I'll put it down at like a 2 or a 3. Dennis Quaid,
7
6 or a solid 7. You know, we're
he was
right
good.
around.
He was he was the only entertaining thing in that movie.
Yeah.
Now, did you see the one with James Gardner and Jason Robards?
Again, if I did, it was so long ago that I don't remember.
James Gardner, love everything he's in, but it was. I just saw this movie earlier this year because I never even knew that. I don't even remember what the hell the title is, to be honest with you. James Gardner pains me. I'm going to go 6. 6. It just, he didn't seem, after seeing all the other ones, he was much more vindictive though. He was actually, that was kind of, he was going to kill them because of what they did to his brothers. So it was a different take on it. Jason Robards was very good. Definitely, I give Jason Robards just below. I'm not saying the movie's as good, but his performance just below Val Kilmer. That's how much I liked his performance in that.
Now, see, my problem with James Gardner, and don't get me wrong, I love James Gardner. I grew up with James Gardner.
Yeah.
But he's not a, I don't want to say he's a serious actor because he is a serious actor, but 90% of the stuff he's done has been comedies. And so I have a hard time seeing him in a serious role.
Roles. Yeah. Because even when he did cowboy stuff, and he did some Great Escape is not a comedy, but he's actually
he played a comic relief in it though.
Yes. You know, and he's a very good actor.
Yeah, like I said, I don't want to say he's not a serious actor, but he's not.
It was a hard. He did it. See, I hate saying that it's a 6, but I think why I say that is it just didn't fit him. He was that
right there. Yeah.
He was. I'm telling you, he was. Because Jason Robards goes, "We're gonna bring him in alive." He goes, "I don't think you want to bring him in alive. We're gonna bring him alive." And for everyone we bring in alive, there's like 4 guys who's going after. We get $5,000, $20,000. You're saying yes. Me, you, and the other. So we split this. Yeah. He goes, "Are you?" He goes, "For $20,000, I can bring him." Like he kept going, "I'll bring him in alive," and they didn't bring it. They killed them all. But now, Burt Lancaster and Kirk Douglas, and okay, that is still a very good movie. And do you want me to go first, or do you want to go first?
Well, no. I'll go first.
Okay.
Both of them solid 6s, even pegging up to 7s. Now I like Burt Lancaster. I watched a lot of westerns that he did. He's a good actor. But again, I think maybe I had him stereotyped and pegged from his other roles. And since he had done so many westerns, it was just kind of another generic western role for him. I didn't feel like he was really Doc Holliday or Wyatt Earp, because he had played, basically the same role 1,000 other times. So I don't know. That's just
I get that. I get that.
Sense. It's just he didn't do a bad job. It just wasn't a great job because, like I said, he was just reprising roles that he'd been doing for 20 years. So.
I think 7. I think I'm biased towards it. I see where you're going with that. I'll go a little higher. I can see you're more trending towards a 6 or a low. I'll go with 7 because it was entertaining. Again, hello Moni G. We got to have Moni G on with us.
We gotta get Moni.
Moni, when can you come on with Devin and myself? Our redheaded beauty, Moni G.
That's right.
The 7. I'm gonna go 7. Middle, because I'm biased a little bit. Kirk Douglas, he does play a good Doc Holliday. He does. Again, Val Kilmer up here.
Yep.
Jason Robards, man, I did like. Now I like the Kirk Douglas Burt Lancaster version better than the James Gardner because I think Burt Lancaster does a much better job. And again, I love James Gardner. God rest his soul. God rest most of these gentlemen's soul because they've passed on. Give us so much pleasure in watching movies. But Kirk Douglas comes off as, he's a hard ass, and you don't want to mess with him. He plays a really good Doc Holliday.
That's just not the role Gardner typically plays.
Yeah.
And again, maybe it's like I said, it's just my bias creeping in.
No, because I feel the same thing when he played Wyatt Earp. That's why, because Jason Robards out. I mean, I think we talked about it before. I was trying to think of something I didn't like Jason Robart in. I've seen him in all kinds of, like Max Dugan Returns. I mean, for God's sakes, I liked him in. And so, yeah, I'd have to. So Kilmer, Robards, and it's really close with Jason Robards and Kirk Douglas. I could even go even Steven, but those are the top three. Definitely Val Kilmer, number one. And then you'd go with Victor Mature. Just because you would go, all movies, they're all good movies. They're all enjoyable movies. Now, with Wyatt Earp.
Well, Wyatt Earp wasn't enjoyable, but
no, I mean,
the Kevin Costner version,
right? But I mean
but yeah.
I'd have to go with Kurt Russell. So obviously, Tombstone's my favorite out of all of them. I'd go Kurt Russell. I'd go Burt Lancaster next, then Henry Fonda, and then James Gardner. It's just James Gardner. He played it okay. I mean, he was a hard ass. It just didn't fit. Didn't seem like it fit.
Yeah.
The second, so the movies, I definitely go Tombstone 1. And then the Burt Lancaster, Kirk Douglas 2. Because My Darling Clementine, actually I'd go 3. And then the one with, it's tough because Jason Robar is so good in that movie. But those, I know they probably made a few more, but those are the ones I remember. So, but that's something. So that's something basically like what we'll do. I think it'd be fun.
Oh yeah.
Try to go a little more. I don't want to say on script, but something. Again, we're going to tell you next week. More structured. It's going to be about Westerns. So, and again, we'll still have our jocularity, but at least we'll be a little more structured. As I want to do the show till 5 a.m. now and talk about Westerns, but we're not going to do that because Devin's had enough. He's shut off. He's got, hello, D. Scott Howard, friend to all. How goes everything? Look at that handsome fella, D. Scott Howard. We'll wait for Devin to come back. He's back.
I'm back.
So that's a gist of something like we're going to do next week.
Well, and also next week, we are going to try to play some Borderlands.
Yes, we're going to play Borderlands. We want you to watch. We're going to stream it. It'd be cool if we streamed on each channel because then you could get, if someone I don't know how that works. Like you just stream it. You can go to OG's channel if you want to do that, OG. If you don't, that's fine.
Yeah, we'll just go off of your channel.
Okay. Maybe one day,
no sense splitting our numbers when you're going to be basically seeing the same thing. Yeah,
we're going to play a little Borderlands. I think what we'll do, you know what, we're just going to stream it. I was going to say, let's do a practice thing to see if it's just basically, the only thing we have to make sure that everyone can hear us talking.
Well, so, are we gonna
we could use now if we talk through Steam, I know you and I can hear each other.
Yeah, but I don't know if
I don't know because that's important.
Yeah.
And Borderlands 2 is a fun game.
We really don't need video. So we could do Skype. Well, I don't know if that'll work.
Skype doesn't work. I tried that with Beetle. It was tough to pick up on. Okay, I think if we do, we should try it. We should do a test.
We should do a test.
We'll do a test stream. We'll go live with it. And if people can say, no, we don't hear OG. Now you should be able to hear me because but we have to make sure.
Well, I
think it works because I stream with my
through OBS or
we'll stream through OBS.
Stream through OBS.
But if we use the Steam, you can they've done a good job where you can talk to one another.
It used to be crap. But that was
it's better now. It's because I've gamed with my nephews and we talk through that thing. Now it's always a task to try to get it to work. Once you get it to work, it works good.
And Dog was saying if we're going to stream through OBS, we should use Discord. And use one of the Discord voice channels.
But can the other people hear us?
If you're streaming through OBS,
they should pick up the desktop.
They'll pick up the desktop, yeah.
Okay.
Because that picks up everything.
Yeah.
Well, we'll still have to test it.
We're going to test it.
Yeah, we'll test
it. And what we're going to try to do with this, if we can stay on some sort of schedule, we'll try to play that once a week. It's tough because sometimes you can't. Yeah. But I know I do a lot of sports streaming, but we're going to diversify a little bit because it's fun. I love playing zombies, especially if I win. People are like, you played a single
window.
Because I'm one person, I'm not really good. And at the end, when I'm like, I'm going to win, I got knocked down. And if I didn't have the thing that saves you, I would have died. It would have sucked.
You wouldn't have won.
And then OBS locked up on me. And I just kept talking, thinking I was on. And then I was off. And then I came back on. I'm like, why am I on? And it was pointed at the thing.
At the floor. Because it popped up. Oh, Al's streaming again. He must
and then OG sent me a message in Discord. That was funny. I think you're streaming again. I know, it just did it. So, all right, everyone. Yes, I do like Kurt Russell and Miracle. That was a good movie. Well, all right. So I'd like to thank everyone in the chat. We said hello to you on the way in. We're just going to thank everyone. It was OG and myself. Again, we're going to try to come this coming week. We're going to do a test stream, play Borderlands 2. Borderlands 3 is coming out. It's a fun game. A lot of good storyline. You don't have Borderlands 1, correct?
No, I used to have it on the Xbox, but I don't have it on the stream. No.
Borderlands 2 is good too.
Yeah.
So, and we're going to blow up a lot of crap.
We're going to shoot a lot of stuff in the face.
Oh, lots. Bandits, watch out.
We're going to run people over.
Yeah, you do the driving. I'm very poor at that. I'm a very poor driver.
And I'm going to go hit on Moxie.
Moxie's girthy, I think. No, that's
Ellie. That's girthy.
I kind of like
the bar owner.
Oh yeah. All right, you can have
I'm going to be her sixth husband.
It's good game, Borderlands. I'm psyched for Borderlands 3. There will be gameplay of that at least once a week. Everyone's like, Al, this isn't sports. I hate you. I'm unsubscribing. I actually had someone do that a long time ago. I thought they were joking, right? No, they unsubscribed me. It wasn't sports. I was like, wow. Just
no big loss.
No, I didn't care. I didn't really care for the person anyway. So, all right. Thank you very much. OG.
Questions, comments, concerns, complaints, criticisms in the comment section.
Hello. Thank you very much. Remember, come in soon. OG and myself, Borderlands 2. Peace!
Al forgot the button.